Hey guys, it's Mecha Monday, and we are back in BattleTech again. And we're gonna jump right into some action here. Last time we managed to score ourselves 2 assault class mechs, which is really good. One of them, of course, being the Highlander that we get out of the Star League era mission. And yeah, we're gonna jump right into it because unfortunately I do actually have to cut this stream a couple minutes short today because I do have some work commitments that I have to deal with tonight, unfortunately. Just a case of trying to decide who and what to bring along, because now I've got some pretty interesting choices to play with. The Highlander I'm not worried about. That's a given, to bring that one along with the Gauss rifle on it. The Battle Master is going to give me some close-in weapons damage with a nice little bit of long-range support as we modified it last week. We have the Orion, who also has a pretty decent mix of weapons. There's another LRM-10 in support along with the AC-10. That's a pretty decent system, I think. And the fourth mech is kind of a bit of a toss-up. We've got a moderately armed Grasshopper that's more of a brawler design. We've got the Jaeger mech with the same level of armor on it, but is more for long-range fire support, direct fire. And then we have the Thunderbolt, which has been mixing it up typically in very short range, but overheats pretty badly. And look at what we've got for options here. Really, I'm kind of leaning towards the Grasshopper, especially because we do have the jump jets on it, and that gives me that tactical flexibility of being able to move around. So let's go ahead and bring that in. And hey, Glenn Garona. Hey, Drago. Yeah. You'll have to forgive me today, guys, because I'm working on about maybe 6 hours of sleep over the last 2 days. And I know I'm going to mess that name up. Dragode. Wow, I'm really bad. Dragode Rice Lord there. There we go. I'm not going to worry about making a missile mech out of the Orion and Shadowhawk. They're really kind of at where I like them right now. The Shadowhawk, well, obviously I don't have a Shadowhawk anymore, so can't do that. That has been gotten rid of. Let's look at our pilots here and see who we want to bring along. Thugboat. I want to bring Thug along because as tactician, that's going to be my Highlander actually gets to move at a decent time frame. Except it's got the cockpit mod on it, so I'm actually going to put him in the Battle Master because right now that's going to give me some long-range firepower, short-range firepower. I have to remember that I stuck the cockpit mod on the Highlander, so I'd rather put someone who cannot die in that mech, frankly, or someone who could die in that mech. And, well, I think Glitch has kind of earned her place on the roster there. We also have, well, I mean, all the regulars. And, let's see, actually, you've got Breaching Shot. And I want to kind of, actually, no, that'll work well with the AC-10, actually. And then we'll stick Decker over here in the Grasshopper. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy. And I can't even remember what mission this was, so whatever we're gonna get something interesting, hopefully. Something else I should also point out is we are now past the point that I have played in my offline campaign. Having just finished off that Star League era mission, so I have no knowledge of the storyline beyond this point. So I'm going to be reacting to it pretty much as you guys are seeing it for the first time. Alright, so we got the Smash and Grab. It's a 4-head mission. Ooh, pretty good salvage rates on it, though, so I'm looking forward to this one. This should be pretty nice. A little bit of a warm-up.
Interface initiated.
Alright, facility... Yada yada yada. Amusingly enough, most of these maps are still all the same anyway, so I will at least hopefully recognize a few of those.
What can I do for you?
And let's see. The other thing I also did is I did change up paint scheme a little bit this time around. So now instead of using the same color on all the mechs, I've actually got a little bit of yellow in there, and I have to say, I really like how. Yeah, I've done a little bit of a subtle shade of yellow, or a subtle shade of red there. I really like how these guys look. I don't spend enough time zoomed in on these guys quite often enough to really enjoy what I'm seeing there. Sprinting behavior, we need to get over to that base and I kind of like this approach because that's going to take me up that hill line. So around and to the right, please.
On my way.
Moving to position.
Copy that.
Decker will be fine in the grasshopper. It's the reason...
What's up, boss?
The nice thing about the grasshopper is I always have jumps, so even if I can't move enough for
Confirmed.
a decent modifier, he can still jump and really max out his evasive. Plus, I believe he's a highly enough rated pilot that he's got the speed boost on him
Heading out.
for sprint movement, so he can really book it in
I hear ya.
a heavy mech. All these guys are doing a pretty good job of actually moving, so...
Enemy detected.
Oh no, a 60-ton tank possibly. Perhaps, maybe? 80-ton. Up, Demolisher.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Okay, so Thug will lock, and everyone else will do ranged.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Since I love that tactician bonus, because now my assault mech is moving with my heavies. Okay, if I stand still, that's gonna suck. So, can I move over here? Oh, yeah. I can move even down to here. And lock him up so I can hit him from range.
Sensor lock on target.
Oh, hey, what do you know? Demolisher. 2 AC-20s.
What's up, boss?
What's up, boss, is I need you to move in and start throwing some weight down there. And, hey, what do you know? The mech right where I expected to be seeing one.
Yes, Commander.
Decker. Might as well stay in formation. I don't know if you really have a PPC shot from there, but an LRM you should. Yeah, LRM. I'll take it. Kablink. Yeah, shot magnet Decker, he'll be fine in the grasshopper. We've got an 85-tonner out there. That could be an awesome over there.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Kind of interesting to see that, and somewhat tempting, actually. But no. Stay on mission. Remember, I've got one target. I want to start doing some damage to him.
Here we go.
Because by the time that those AC-20s get close to door knocking range, I want that thing to be mostly dead. Shrek PPC carrier, downrange. That's not good. That's a bit more of a threat, actually. Not that the AC-20 is not a threat, but... So I've got a potential awesome downrange to the left here. I've got close in and a long-range fire support. Problem is that Shrek is about the same as an awesome, and being a vehicle, he doesn't have to worry about a heat curve, I believe. There's something to be said for actually pulling back.
Good to go.
Problem is, I don't know if I can really do anything. Because he's gonna... Yeah, actually, no. I need to continue braking to the right. And if anything, try to break into him. But away from that mess. So, let's get Thugboat up. Thug will be parked in a decent spot down here. And this is why I put Thug over here. He's got the AC-20, so while he's approaching, yeah, I could fire at the LRM-10, but frankly, I can use this and continue to plinking with everything else. And save that AC-20 for when I'm really gonna need it. Another tank over there, 80-ton.
Commander.
Well, now I know why you have rated this a 4-head mission.
Good to go.
This is going to put Decker within range of that tank this turn. But I get the direct fire on the PPC, and the PPCs usually have a pretty good chance.
Locked on target.
At least so it seems. Do some good damage on tanks, but not that one. That is a
Ready for orders.
heavily armored 80-ton tank. Means this is going to be tricky.
Position confirmed.
I got closer shots
Here
there
it
to work
comes.
with. There we go. AC-20, the longer threat.
Vehicle down.
So now it's a case of the case of which triple PPC threat I'm going to deal with, assuming that's an awesome. No, it's a
I've been
Battlemaster.
sensor locked.
That changes things up quite a bit. All right, so we got a Battlemaster here. It's going to be mostly short-range, mid-range weapons. I would love to bag another one of those to add to my forces here.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch, can you give me... You're in the Highlander. You've got your jump jets. I like that better, because I can get you somewhat close, but not too close. But not enough to get into any side arc shot yet. I'm going to make myself a little bit of a tempting target for these guys. I'm going to jump glitch wide here. Take a nice open downrange shot. We're going to do a called shot on that torso location because I want to try to knock out that PPC if I can. 50% chance to hit. Everything is up in the solid 95s to 85s. Good start on that.
Want some more? Huh?
It's also losses evasive, so if I can get another mech moving here and take advantage of him while he's down. Oh! Ouch! 3 PPCs to
Critical
the
hit.
arm.
Bad one, I think.
Yeah, that's when something manages to hit the arm 3 times with a PPC, that's generally considered not good. Yeah, Glenn, I know the AC-20 is honestly a waste on vehicles. You're actually better off using them against mechs in general. It's just, you've got so few shots, especially, you know, at that point, an AC-10 full round, a full load of ammo on an AC-10 versus comparable load on an AC-20, they're about the same damage-wise. So, frankly, the AC-20 is more of the splashier shot that I need out to disable some of these other guys. And what I'm going to do is bring Behemoth over and keep going after that torso.
Acknowledged.
There we go. Much better. And
Reporting
he is going
critical hit.
down. Tanks, I mean, let's be honest though. The thing with tanks is they're vulnerable to certain kinds of weapons, and they're also very vulnerable to just being kicked in the side. Let's be honest.
Yes, Commander.
And in this case, I think what we're going to do is jump him over like
Lifting
so.
off.
I mean, let's be honest. Even if I lose that right arm, that's a small laser anyway, so I am not too worried about it. PPC, he is down, so we'll go ahead. I'm not within range on the small lasers yet. Oh well.
Roger that.
Next turn. And keep doing some more damage to that assault mech armor there. And Tugboat has a choice here. He's got 2 shots. And I don't have multi-shot, so I have to choose who I'm going to go for. So I've got the Shrek down range. Pretty modest to hit. Side arcs, yeah, PPC could take out the side armor there. Back armor, barely. Would be a very close shot. Versus the down target here, which is about the same to hit, but let's face it, if I can take it down, that's a lot of short-range weaponry I can take out. And you've got pretty decent 2 hits here. I mean, 70% chance to hit that center torso. I want it.
Engaging target.
How close?
Enemy mech. Critical damage. Detected.
39 points. That's not bad. I mean, the other thing you have to keep in mind with the, you have to keep in mind that with the mechs, anything you're talking about in terms of whether it's a tank or not, it's going to depend on how you outfit it. You can take a stock, you could say the Grasshopper's a tank, but depending on what you're doing to that mech, if you're not fitting it out with a full load of armor, then it's not really so much of a tank. Let's move in on his left side here. That'll get me the arc into the center torso. And you should be perfectly fine with that. Yeah, got good load of ammo. There we go.
We can do this! Let's go! Should have run when you had the chance.
The PPC carrier is pulling back. Huh. That's an interesting choice. The AI likes to do surprises like that. He lost his spotting unit. That's what really hurt him there. But is this a demolisher over here now, or is this a Shrek? Good news is we can move in and demonstrate. I believe that's a side arc shot in that PPC carrier. This I will put an AC-20 on, because now I am definitely hitting a side arc. I'm nice and close. Even with the refire penalty, that should be pretty good. And let's be honest, at this point, I don't think there's another mech on the map. There we go.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Okay, doing pretty good. We've only got one mech that's got internal damage. We've taken out two opposing units here. Well, three opposing because of the demolish that was over there.
Standing by.
Probably shouldn't have done that with Thugboat because I could sensor lock him at this point and find out what that is. So let's grab
Waiting for orders.
everyone's favorite bullet magnet and really get him in close.
Firing jump jets.
Demolisher! Ho-ho! Mr. Demolisher. I would like to most certainly hit just one location. Which one do I want? 150, 150. So front glacis or the turret, either way, is going to be about the same. So it comes down to hit percentiles, better on the front, short range on everything, alpha strike it.
Copy that.
I mean, that wasn't bad, but yeah, that was about it. Let's see, that was, yeah, about half the front armor gone.
Yes, Commander.
That is why the idea of refitting something with all small lasers, not that great. Behemoth is going to try to get out in the front here. The other two spots over here are indirect fire, so we'll do that and burn some more guaranteed hits into that location. Let's see what else we can do to it. And we'll miss that location, of course, because, you know, XCOM.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay. Who names a class of giant robots awesome? I mean, it's accurate, but a little on the nose, don't you think? Well, awesomes are awesome until you take them to a desert planet, in which case then they become, well, at that point they go by their alternative name, Walking Sauna. Let's see, yep, just chuck it. There we go. That's gotta go through. And gone.
Come on, Mech Warriors! It's go time!
So an arm that's going to need a little repair, and that's about it. Recover the memory core by securing location.
I hear ya.
Hey, Decker, you're close enough. Can you actually... Perfect.
Confirmed.
Go ahead and jump on in. That's the spot. Hold while it's loading. Uh-huh. Yep, sure, whatever. We will brace you. And everyone else is pretty much done.
The asset has been secured and is ready for retrieval.
It's this, I come back to this whole thing. This is where they need to start. They need to do something about this. It should be a case of, oh, you finish up the mission early. Let's see what kind of mechs what kind of shape your mechs are in, and queue up some additional forces. I mean, this is something that I would occasionally do as a game master on tabletop. Is, you know, you have that little lance off to the side that, okay, maybe things are going pretty good, and it's, you know, it's not enough of a challenge for the players. You introduce that reinforcement that comes in, and you do it in such a way that it's not going to really overblow the game. You're rating it on how things are going, and you get that little extra challenge, like, oh crap, now I gotta react to this type thing. Minimal damage and XPs for all. Got to love it. And a tiny little bit of Battlemaster salvage too. Sure, I can't say no to that. Hey, comm system, beautiful. +2 morale gain. I am all for that. And everything. Wow, that's it, huh? I've got a choice of a bunch of AC-20s from the Demolishers, a couple medium lasers, some PPCs, and I know I need more ammo for the AC-20s, so I'll happily take that, and we'll play which one's going to be more expensive to sell off. 180 on the AC-20 versus 180 on the PPC, so same range. All right, whatever. You're 22 points of salvage. Yay. Look at Decker and Glitch's service record, please. Okay, I can do that. Glitch has a very unusual background. I think I've actually looked at that on stream before. Decker's I haven't really looked at because usually he dies off by this point in the game. Let's just queue this up real quick, though. One quick repair. 2 days, minimal. I can't complain about that. And also, let's sell off some of that junk I just got. Because I'm sure I do not need 3... Yeah, if I've got 2 pluses, get rid of some of this junk. 5 medium lasers. You know, don't need that. Don't need that. Was I right in the AC-20 ammo? Nope, I wasn't. I need more AC-2 ammo. That's what I need. Probably nothing in the store here, too. AC-10 plus, AC-2 plus, large laser plus. SR4 double plus. Nice to have, but not really worth it. Hiring Hall says no special characters, no one really interesting, and Mech Warriors. Let's go in and spend some of that XP.
Receiving you.
Except I can't do anything for Behemoth. I can't do anything for. Oh no, Decker's actually got something. Yep, that's why Decker's got the great piloting. Look at +2 unsteady threshold. That's tempting. Better gunner, recoil penalty, minimum range. Well, you're in a mech that really minimum range isn't a problem. So let's go ahead and the next one I go up, I get +2 evasion after this point. So I've got an extra unsteady threshold. So he's harder to knock down.
Training confirmed, Commander.
That will be my first 9 skilled
What can I do for you?
mech warrior out there. We've got oh, hang on.
Orders?
So we've got Decker, who comes from House Leo. Any battle you walk away from is a victory, which basically means he's not getting a lot of victories out there in BattleTech players or BattleTech campaigns because he's always so frequently
Waiting for
killed
orders.
off. Glitch, extra base weapon hit, the extra melee hit potential. Recoil or called shot master, and I've yet to find anyone who's been able to tell me exactly what that is. I haven't gone out looking for it either, though, so that's my fault. I'm actually going to go for tactics on her because then I believe the next step up is the indirect fire penalty 3, and I think there's something else it gives you.
Training complete.
So Glitch, who comes from the Federated Suns, and basically the reason why she's called Glitch is her service record. Basically, her history, she got jailed because of a glitch. Not do very well in jail. Recoil penalty on guts. Can't do anything about getting up to that. For that, I want to get in piloting. Just for that extra evasives.
Mech warrior training complete.
I mean, in reality, these guys are all pretty much advancing in lockstep, pretty much. Glenn, I don't need an LRM support mech. I mean, frankly, it's not worth it. you saw what I was doing back there without having any fire support aside from basic one simple LRM system. LRMs aren't really worth it. Yeah, they're great. They're frankly they're a little OP in the game, but you can use other weapon systems just fine. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got out here for contracts. Well, I've got absolutely nothing in this neck of the wood and no Huh. Well, that's a first. I can't take that contract because my rep's too low. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to travel somewhere here then. That's interesting. It's the first time I've seen the campaign actually do that. Because that's the one I've got don't have enough rep for. This is the war as it currently stands, so we've managed to take about a third of the Aurigan Reach back. Well, actually more than that, because there's more worlds up in that region of space than down in here. I'm not exactly sure what this is representing, possibly area that we're occupying? I don't know. I've never actually seen that. What we're doing is we're going to see what we can find for... I want to kind of find a decent place for technology, and that's actually going to be a little closer towards this direction, and not the Concordat. That's really asking for it. Travel hub, poor aquaculture. Nope, not really. Moon's ruins. Moon's black market. There's black market over here, and it's not too far away. So yeah, we'll go for that.
Bio command.
And game. Game.
Job done, Commander.
Hello, game. I don't need this. I don't need this box anymore. Can I? I can't get rid of it. It's stuck. Well, there's the problem. All right. Sure. There we go. Okay, hover over button. It'll do it. Oh boy. Now, the idea of an LRM boat, it's just not really when you look at the LRM boats, once they're run out of missiles, they're a tin can. They're an easy pushover, and that's it. And knocking something down doesn't really... It's great when you can do it early on in the game and you can make a light mech lose an evasive point, and it's really easy to do, but I generally prefer... It's great to get the knockdowns, but you've also got... You're going through it at the right pace. You've got the called shots that you can do, and I just find those more effective than just bashing everything down repeatedly. Alright, so we got the Triple F Burger event again, and hey, what do you know? Because I've got an hydroponics bay, I can actually recreate an authentic Triple F Burger. So, do you think the hydroponics garden has what you need to recreate the real thing? Just like you do every single time this event comes up? Yes, challenge accepted! Good news is, we've now increased the morale by 2. So hey, we've made everyone on board happy. Instead of just 1 point of morale just by making burgers, period. I mean, the other thing to also keep in mind with the LRM boats is it's very... short of the Shadowhawk, the Catapult, it's very hard to find a mech design that lets you really mount a good missile setup. You need those boosted stability damage to really kind of get that knockdown, or just the boosted damage, period. Well, if I'm not really worried about a knockdown where I can spread out those LRMs across my entire force, and, I mean, you saw it, I was able to knock down a Battlemaster in 1 turn still, even though I don't have an LRM boat. And every one of those units is in better position to also be able to engage at close-in range.
Hey, boss. We've just completed those upgrades.
And to also engage with... if they lose the LRM, they're still useful on the field. It's not like a a catapult where you lose it and you're down to 4 medium lasers that are probably about to pop any second because they're scattered across the torsos, and you've already lost the arms. You're going to lose the torso next pretty quickly. Next enhancement, I am going to... I can go for the gymnasium.
Roger that, Commander.
Probably completely forgetting what I was going to do next there, but I'll go for the nice, cheap, easy work here. And let's pop back out and continue on our way. And to be honest, yeah, I haven't really had that problem with games before, where you get a pop-up that's just kind of
Got
stuck.
the financial report.
Oh, yep, those. You can see now how the my mech warriors are starting to become a bit of a problem with the salaries they're claiming for, you know, top-end training. So I may at some point. I'm gonna hang on to the crew I've got here, but I do have to keep that in mind. I mean, I've got plenty of money. I may have to start thinking about dropping some folks off the roster at some point in the future.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Welcome to Shlangus, and we're going to go ahead and visit the store just to see what's here, because there's a black market, and... Okay, that's another lovely glitch there. Ooh. Plus 25 crit, 10 stability damage. I mean, here, that's the thing. With the... I don't have an LRM boat, but I've got an AC2 boat that's got some extra stability damage, and I've got these kind of weapons. The autocans can also do the stability damage, so...
New weapon systems available.
We'll pick up... I have for LRM-15s here. I know I've got a mech that still has one. Already got one that's doing an extra stability damage and the crit damage. The crit damage actually is more worth it in some ways. Once you get through the armor, you start plinking away with LRMs with that kind of thing, and you're going to start knocking out systems pretty quick, even though if you can't take out a location. PPC's SRM-6, unless it's something really special here. Extra accuracy or extra damage, and I believe I've got some of both of those already, right? I've got the extra stability, not the accuracy or the damage. Oh, there's an extra damage there. The accuracy, not really something I'm up for. Oh, that's right, I gotta refit the comm systems too. So, yeah, nothing special here for systems. Average stuff. Let's take a look at the hiring hall just to see what we got. That scoundrel over here, he's asking for more than Glitch is asking for salary. Ouch. And nowhere near that advanced either. That's interesting that he's that expensive. Does have a bulwark there. It's kind of nice to have, but yeah, not really. Let's go to the mech bay before I completely forget. ACs are too much damage versus stability for salvage, but that's just it. I'm not in the salvage game. I mean, I'm in the salvage game to the point of I don't care how much money I'll do these missions for free if you let me walk away with what I drop on the field. What I'm dropping on the field, between that and the storyline missions, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, even after buying all of this, I still have several months. Hell, I've almost got that's over a year's worth of finances right there. I can afford a dry spell like this for quite a while before I even have to think of selling anything off. So, you know, even though I only have, like, if I drop down to here, or if I were to look at the mechs that I have, the bits of mechs I have, it's okay. Yeah, great. I've only got, you know, one piece of this, two of that, but over time you start salvaging this stuff. I'm not losing these mechs and having them drop to the point where I need tons of them. I'm pretty happy with the progress I'm doing. So here we go. I mean, when you look at all of this stuff that I've got sitting here waiting to be finished off, if I get an enforcer in this stream, I'm not worried about it. Or an awesome, or another battle master. You know, if I get it, I get it. The force I have is pretty flexible, and with the added option of, you know, swapping in the Jaeger mech there. But I'm gonna get the comm systems refitted if I can. And the battle master's got an open slot, so we'll go ahead and tag that one. And that is a pretty good setup, so I'll give that one the extra 2 there. 1 day to get that done, 500 bucks. Oh no. 500 C-bills out the window. What am I gonna do? The grasshopper's got the alarm in the head. That's why I hate that design. You can't fit stuff to it very easily. Comm system, cockpit. And yeah, I'm gonna actually rip out the rangefinder on this guy. I want that morale boost, because going for that extra morale can really kind of help you out.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Yeah, Glenn, but what would I don't need a full lance of assaults. I'm not on these missions where I need to have a full lance of assault mechs. It's not really bugging me. I mean, frankly, there are some things to be said for not having a ton of assault mechs, because, you know what, I kind of like the tactical flexibility that I've got with a jumping grasshopper here. I kind of like the setup that I've got over here with the Thunderbolt, where it's just this silly, ridiculous laser boat that, you know, the fact that I stripped out the jump jets on it, could use some jump jets, but you've got all these, I like having this different variety of mechs, and yeah, it's great having 2 assault mechs at this point, but, you know, what I want 4, there's some things that are just going to be better done with slightly lighter mechs. So let's see if we've got anything out here, or if this mission is hosed. I know there was a patch to the game recently where there was a problem where after one of the missions you wouldn't get any more missions. And they did fix that in the patch, but it looks like everything is hunky-dory again. What do we got here? All of these local to the planet, so I picked a good spot here, I guess. We got a 4-star challenge. They're all 314s. That's a battle. That's assassination. That's a battle. All of these are on the Mars climate, so pretty much not going to have much relief there. So yeah, let's go for the nasty one. I mean, you know, like I said there, actually, it's a good point, Katie's, because, like, for instance, in BattleTech on the tabletop, you might be in a spot where you want to have that mix of mech forces. You want that slightly faster unit. And you see that when you do a lot of the skirmish matches, honestly. And, sorry, yeah, we'll swap in the Thunderbolt, because the other one's in the bay right now, just to have some fun. Battlemaster, yep, okay, we're good there. Same pilots. Yeah, you've got you've get to this point where it's all about, well, oh, I just need to fire the heaviest lance. I just need to outfit this thing for the heaviest stuff. And I played Mech Warrior 3 along that lines, the PC game, where it's like, okay, I just need to work up to this point, and I'm going to walk around the battlefield kneecapping everything in sight. And to be honest, you kneecap everything in sight with six clan large pulse lasers. As long as you got a system with 24 clan double heat sinks and 6 clan large pulse lasers, you could pretty much kneecap anything on the field with one full burst. And that's how I beat that game many times.
Command interface initiated.
And in reality, I kind of think I missed out on quite a bit of that game because of that. Because it was always just a case of, okay, take my lance mates, send them ahead to keep the guy busy, while I sit back at range and plink him with the kneecapping.
Time to get dirty.
Time to get dirty, he says.
Good to go.
Straight up battle, Martian map. This one, yep, I recognize this one. This one I've had fights where you approach from this angle, and it's very, very nasty. This one though, I think we can. Oh, we are actually quite a ways off from everything here. Okay. I have no problems with that. Since nothing's out here, I
Waiting
can
for orders. Heading out.
stomp on a couple boulders while I'm at it. No, Decker, come
What's up, boss?
over here.
Location confirmed.
Just have to watch that radioactive patch there. You know, it's kind of a thing, getting back to that Mech Warrior 3 discussion there. I kind of feel like I lost out a bit on never beating that game by playing it traditionally. That is, like, if I go to Mech Warrior, thank you for finally moving all your forces.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I go to play Mech Warrior Online, and it's not as fun to me because I never learned to, when playing Mech Warrior, the art of doing the whole side-strafing torso twist, you know, being able to do that on the keyboard. And you know, honestly, that's really why I don't play Mech Warrior Online, because I just do not have that skill. Because my skill was just sit back and let everything come to me and receive 6 large pulse lasers of doom. And we'll go ahead and move you up to there.
On my way.
60-ton tank. That would be a Manticore or a Bulldog.
Come on, Mech Warriors. It's go time.
gonna let me actually move someone? Okay. Thank you. No, go ahead and keep sprinting because I can't see anything here to shoot at to begin with. I mean, there is definitely something to be said for, yes, I could make something that will knock down stuff instantly. But, you know, it's kind of like saying, you know, I can... If I really want to take something down fast, I could just, you know, lob tactical nukes at everything on the battlefield. That'll get me that'll crush everything in one blow. I don't have to worry about anything at that point. Speaking of things to worry about, yep, Bulldog. Okay.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Oh ho!
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Oh ho ho! Game is getting cheeky. 60-tonner. That would be a beautiful approach for a catapult, potentially. Or some other long-range support mech, but 60 tons,
Commander?
probably not. Speaking of support, let's go ahead and start throwing some fire downrange on the Bulldog.
On it.
I mean, if I really... To be honest, though, if I really wanted to get you guys, what I would do is I would start playing this with the clan rules of engagement. And, okay, yep, I'm going to... This would be the case of, okay, that LRM-5 just fired on the Bulldog down there. That is my target. I must take down that... Decker must take down that target with his Grasshopper and cannot shoot at anything else on the battlefield. Yeah, I don't think you guys would like to see that. I will admit, I was tempted to actually do that back during the beta for one of the skirmish fights. Actually, I should do that too. I should also get into pull back some of the beta stuff or the skirmish plays, because they did some pretty good stuff with the skirmish after in this version. I've done one or two of them to get some of the achievements, and they've done some interesting things. Got a target down here that is 80 ton. Worried about that one. I can move over there for 3 evasive. Take a potential right shot with that Thunderbolt. I'm probably only going to have a large laser shot downrange here. Yeah, PPC carrier. Oh, wow, 2 of them. That is a nice, double, triple threat there. But I'm with range of everything. Precision strike, front armor, fire.
Let's get fired up! There's work to do!
Now, did I need an LRM boat for that? Nope. And that is you'll note these are white armored units here. These guys have pretty good armor across the board. I mean, that front armor over there was...
Standing by.
Not something I'm going to normally blow through pretty quickly. Let's bring Orion in to support.
Received.
Got a second mech back here now. 60 and a 65. Let's go ahead and target side armor if we can. 86% chance to hit. More than enough.
Copy that.
We can do this! Let's go!
Another one down.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
The clan rules sound kind of silly, but you have to keep in mind this is... The clans are a martial civilization. They are what's left of... actually, well, okay, let me put it this way. If you do not know the BattleTech universe past 3020 or 3005, stop listening now, wait for a couple seconds, and you'll see me start to move the mouse again when I get past the spoilers here. So for those of you who don't mind being spoiled or know the universe, we've got the clan rules because the clans are what's left of the Starleague Defense Force that went out into deep periphery, real deep, nearly blasted themselves back to the Stone Age themselves, sort of rediscovered themselves under the son of Nicholas Kerensky, or not Nicholas Kerensky, Alexander Kerensky, who was Nicholas Kerensky, and basically said that, yes, our mission is to come back and take our rightful place of defending slash protecting slash dominating the inner sphere. Okay, we're done with the spoiler stuff.
Yes, Commander.
But yeah, it's a martial civilization, so it's very much all about the honor of you have been assigned this target, you are going to bring it down. Decker's not going to be much use here, and being on Mars, the heat dissipation absolutely sucks. So I guess I'm going to actually tilt him over in this direction.
On the move.
Got enough jump movement, I'll be able to clear that boulder field next turn, and in the interim, I can get a shot in on the quick drop. And I'm kind of thinking PPC, LRM-5, I might be able to crumple the armor. It's not worth doing a called shot on that one. And rolls units with the security of unlimited funds, repairs mechs, and they will drive a Merc broke in no time. I can get behind that statement, and I kind of want to also refute it, but at the same time...
Waiting for orders.
I have to think about that one. I mean, yeah, absolutely, under a traditional system, as a Merc, you're really not likely to be able to do that, but then you have to also look at units like Wolf's Dragoons. You have to look at units like
I leap.
I mean, let's face it, Clan Wolf in Exile was very much not exactly at a point of, well, we have unlimited everything. Yeah, they had some support, but it's not like they had everything. Hey, that was a pretty nice hit from the Highlander there. You can do clan rules, it's just that you need to... Oh, well, you guys are just crawling out of the woodwork everywhere here. Okay, that's got to be a demolisher coming up that direction, because otherwise I would have taken a PPC on the left flank there. Thug, if you don't mind, or not... That's right, you're in the Thunderbolt this time. Please go ahead and stomp on Mr. Bulldog.
Engaging physical attack.
I mean, the real problem with the clan rules is that it's not... You have to have equivalent forces to really pull off the clan rules properly. If you have... Oh, there's a catapult. Oh, game, you silly little game. You gave them a K2 catapult on the Martian world? Ouch. Look at that heat buildup right there. That is... That is a mech that is going to be overheating like no tomorrow. Alright. So we got a bit of a problem here in that we're being hit on two sides.
Ready for orders.
Decker, I said I could jump you in a bit closer, and certainly that PPC does make that a bit of a more attractive option, but not attractive enough. Let's run you along the side there.
Roger. Full speed.
Get a really good evasive going on you and use that. Oh, wow. It's a full lance back here. 80, 80. Wow. The game has pulled out all the stops. Awesome on the field. And that awesome is heat balancing himself too, or he's splitting shots. Yeah, he only fired off 2 PPCs
Ready
there.
for orders.
Okay, so this is not good. Now I've got 2 AC-20s at my back down here, and a mech force over here that's got the edge on me as far as weapons goes, or you're really even overall weight at that point. Wow.
Location confirmed.
Alright. Focus is going to be on the quick draw. We need to drop that and drop that fast. So let's switch back over to a called shot on the
Here
torso.
it comes.
Goodbye.
Target eliminated.
Only one down. And I will note that that was only 2 mechs firing on that particular unit this turn, so... Yes, LRM boat.
Good to go.
You can do this just fine without an LRM boat. Highlander doesn't have any good range of shots here. Not for direct fire, unless I go over here. Ooh. Well, actually, that's not a bad thing. Except for the heat buildup. Let's just be careful with you. Gonna go with the jump jet, so I've got good evasives. Catapult. It's gonna overheat if I fire all of that off. Drop the medium laser, because that's not gonna really hit. Large lasers boosted accuracy, and even that's only an 85% chance, so we'll drop that. That'll really keep the heat down. And let's do a called shot on the catapults, or so.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Not bad. Didn't take it out completely, but
There's
certainly
more
got him
where that
thinking about
came
it.
From.
Which was left in that, actually? Alright. Yes, yes, yes. Annoying little 80-ton Devastator tank. Demolisher tank. Oh. No, you are a Shrek PPC. Why did you not fire... Huh. Okay. Well, that's why I jumped... that's why I was glad to get that, movement modifier. What did that do? Ah, just shy of it by 4 points. That's a shame, friend. Because Thug has had a chance to cool down here, and I have some lasers I'd like for you to meet.
All weapons committed.
And he's down. Okay, actually, that is a good point, Glenn. I wasn't considering the bidding war. So there is something to be said that it makes sense for a civilization that
Systems holding.
that treats its marital prowess its martial prowess so well that it, you have to. The epitome is to be the warrior.
Yes,
But at
Commander.
the same time, the bidding cycle does really do a lot to minimize that waste. Whereas, if this were a clan fight here, we would not necessarily be having
Moving
everyone
out.
fighting. It could potentially be the point. I could have an entire cluster up in orbit, and one person has bid to take on another person for control over a resource. And, if the odds are really against me for pulling off that victory, then all the better, basically. We are not going to fire those or the SRM-6. I just want to see the AC-10 and the LRMs go in.
Engaging target.
Nope, still not enough. That's okay. He's lost another heat
Reporting
sink, so...
critical hit.
So I guess the, I mean, geez, when you look at the novelizations, and you've got, the wolves taking an entire world with one
Good
warrior.
to go.
I mean, you can't exactly fault the clan battle doctrine for that sort of thing. So there is some extent of being able to sort of save face, so to speak. LM5, sure.
Engaging with target.
This guy is the luckiest guy in the world. 7 points of center torso left, and all I've done is just almost knock off his other PPC. And knock out a few heat sinks, so. Machine guns!
Reporting. Minimal
Uh,
damage.
Yeah, you go ahead. I mean, I shouldn't laugh. That is wearing down my evasive.
I hear ya.
Glitch, let's move you somewhere. I can... I need to kind of cool you down this turn, so I don't really want to jump you over anywhere. I can't really see anything down there. I've got a Thunderbolts at range problem of potentially having back damage there shortly. I just don't like the idea of popping into that terrain there. It is going to increase stability damage. But it does put me within short range.
Got it.
Oh no, rough terrain. Extra stability damage from all attacks until next activation. Just have to make sure I activate that first. And on the awesome, our best shot. PPC is the right torso again.
All weapons are go!
I mean, let's be honest. This is not a missile boat, and I've already basically crippled that mech. Yes, I haven't knocked him down, but you know what? I've robbed him of the better part of the biggest threat that he's got. Now, this is gonna hurt. Oh, on the Orion. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Not much armor left in that location.
Oh, you're fine. The other thing to also keep in mind with the whole idea of, we talk about the clans and bidding wars there, you also have to keep in mind that the Inner Sphere themselves, you've also got the Ares Convention on the Inner Sphere side, and at least as far as mercenaries go, and to some extent the House armies, if you're in a battle where it looks like you're going to lose something, you pull back. You don't do a big, straight up fight to this sort of extent. You pull back and save what you've got left sort of thing. It's particularly rare in the novels, but does happen. You do have ransoming in the BattleTech universe, where you say, okay, look, it's pretty clear, guys, that I am about ready to wipe you out. I will let you go with the rest of your mechs if you leave behind that awesome. You can take all of your mechs, you can take your people with you, but I will take that awesome. And you've got this sort of, the ransoming mentality that you can work with there. So, let's see, we got an overheat alert on that, so drop the large laser off. And, front arc, not too bad, or I can go for catapult. The catapult really doesn't need that big of a... Worried more about plinking away the other bits of armor there, so we'll stay on the awesome for him. Plus the SRM-6 should knock him down, I think. Yep. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Glenn. It does I mean, that's a point they even make in the novels, is that the clan system has isolated them from the true horrors of all-out war. And, they use that to great effect with Clan Smoke Jaguar.
Reporting major armor loss.
Oh, good grief. Really, Behemoth? You're perfectly
Receiving.
fine. You are not losing massive amounts of armor. Yes, your center torso rear armor is low, but it is not the end of the world. AC-20, LM-20. Let's swap out. We'll get rid of the refire penalty on that. I don't really need that. Except I am kind of tempted. No, save the heavy firepower. I want to use the smaller lasers to greater effect here. Throw the SRM-6 in? Yeah, do it.
Aye, aye.
There we go.
Come on, Mech Warriors! It's go time!
Receiving you.
Okay, so I've got another 80-tonner approaching. I can't really move Decker. Ooh, I've actually got indirect fire from this angle, and I can see what we got coming up here.
Moving to position.
I know, small laser. I could just small laser that thing to death, but I need to see. Yep, awesome. Okay. Not really worth doing a called shot on that one.
Target acquired.
That's the other thing else I have to keep in mind. The PPCs are giving me knockdown bonus too, so... Eventually, I need to peel off a unit to go deal with that Shrek. I would just rather not have the,
Minimal damage on that hit.
Let me knock down one awesome before I peel someone off to look back here.
What can I do for you?
Alright. That is doing there. You can... really move much for anything, but you've got indirect fire. Yep, multi-shot.
On my way!
Glitchy Mech Warrior, multi-shot. Let's go ahead and drop large laser. Pull down a little bit. Secondary targets on the awesome. Primary or secondary target downrange on the awesome. There's gonna be lots of awesome
No
in this,
problem.
basically.
I've got enough guns for everyone.
Say hello to my breaching shot. Oh, nukes are almost always banned in the bidding process. I mean, that's basically the first thing. It's kind of funny. There's not really much point to being a clan naval officer because they don't really ever get to do anything because the warships are almost going to certainly be the first thing bid away in almost anything. Unless the opposing clan has a warship too, but it doesn't seem like they really did that quite a bit in the... I mean, there were naval engagements in the novels, but not really much of one. I need to cool down Thugboat here, so I'm going to send him in on an attack run. Plus get within that minimum range of the PPC.
Engaging physical attack.
Headshot!
Enemy mech.
Melee attack! That was an uppercut to the chin there, almost. Or headbutt, I
Waiting
guess.
for orders.
Okay, Behemoth, you need to potentially... That is just not really moving much of anywhere, and I'm hesitant to...
Orders?
Let's move Decker in. Decker,
Affirmative.
it's time to put those small lasers to some work here. And now I will fire up a precision strike on that torso location. And yep, you know, it's a lovely idea to have a small laser vehicle like this. It's not quite a Charger, but it's close. And now, you know, I'd almost rather have 2 or 3 medium lasers in place of, no, I'd rather have 3 medium lasers in place of those smalls there.
Ready for orders.
We can revisit that one at a later point. Behemoth, I can't really do anything with you but indirect fire, which does kind of suck. Because I do want to kind of keep you away from that. So let's run you over here.
Coordinates received.
Enable your weaponry. We'll use this as a cooldown phase for you as well.
Locking on.
In all honesty, what would really worked well here would have been the Flamers. But the problem with the Flamers is they have nerfed those in this game because they're only 6 shots per Flamer. 6 or 7, I can't remember which exactly, but... Now here... Oh, Behemoth did not complain this time. That was nice.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Waiting to hear, I'm losing armor! Glitch, you are badly overheated.
Waiting for orders.
Also can't really get into position... Do indirect fire, but you're going to be taking PPC hits from that. That puts you in the storm. And can we do another precision strike to that location, please? Drop the medium laser this time. Nope. Large? Yep. Give me another
Got it.
good strike here. There we go.
Yeah, critical hit.
The the Shrek's like, do I really want to go up there? These guys are dropping like flies. I mean, look at this. One down, one down, one down. Mr. Awesome, I need you to come over here. Could you move a couple feet to the right so I can drop you all in just about the same spot? That would really make my mech techs very happy right now. I could melee, but that's not exactly all that great from there. 80 points of damage. I can do more with the my physical attacks at this point. And I will even... don't have that. Can I get... Yeah, he's not going to have the ability to... The Shrek's not going to have a decent enough setup here to really shoot me that much in the back. And I got full armor anyway, so I should be fine. Let's bring in the light show here. And not enough for a called shot, so I'll just do it on
All
one.
weapons committed.
Knockdown! And hello. 80 points. until he's gone. The funny thing, Decker doesn't even have to go anywhere at this point. Okay, this is actually where the small lasers are going to come in very handy. Look at that, a melee attack, and I'm actually going to heat up from it. How rare is that in this game? The funny thing to keep in mind is the something else you have to keep in mind with the, as far as LRMs go in the game, and missiles in general, is LRMs in particular, frankly, they are, I'll agree, they're OP from the standpoint of the range modifier. Shooting at, you know, if I were to shoot at this range on tabletop, I would start taking some penalties on, let's see if I can actually show you guys here. I should be taking minimum range penalties for a shot this close with the long-range missile launcher, even though it's saying range extreme. That's, so from that location, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, say 5, 6, 7, 8. It's extreme range shot for an LRM at that distance. But I can engage also with the medium lasers from here. The medium laser cuts off at about the first range band on an LRM on tabletop. So there's already some imbalance in the system present to begin with. I'm actually going to let her stand there. And we're going to drop the LRM, actually, and the SRM, because I don't really need called shots, and I'm not really worried about critting him at this point.
Acknowledged.
Cool down a little bit. There we go.
Let's get fired up.
The
There's
AC-10
work
did
to
the
do.
job. Might get a whole awesome out of that. Which is kind of nice, but
Waiting on you, Commander.
the awesome is one of those mechs that really does kind of suffer from modifications in the game here. It's one of those designs that, because of all the stuff that they do to tweak what you can actually mount on a mech, it would be a pretty nice mech without the, if I could drop down to the large laser variants. That would withstand the heat a little better. Carry these guys over and just brace them so I can cool off this turn. Because let's face it, that Shrek is looking at
Coordinates received.
a full lance of heavy and assault mechs out here, largely unscathed. No one has actually gone internal in armor, if I remember correctly.
Good to go.
I suspect that there is a bit of a brown pants moment going on inside that tank with all the crew members.
Moving to position.
Yeah, I mean, there's an episode I did with the beta release where I took an awesome up against a lance of fire starters, and it absolutely got chewed up by the lance of fire starters. It was not even funny, no contest. Ah, you finally broke the armor. Oh man. I'm gonna have to hurt you for that.
What can I do for you?
You knows that's gonna be a beating. I am not letting you walk away from that, my friend. Get back here and pay for that armor.
Should be good.
You scratched my armor. I'm just thinking of the scene from Spaceballs at that point, honestly, guys. Can't really do much with you, so let's go ahead and I'll dangle Thug out there as bait. He's going to be in the rocky field, so PPC would potentially... 3 PPCs could knock him down at that range.
Standing by.
Behemoth, if you don't mind, could you backstop Mr.
On my way.
Mr. Commanding Officer while he does something incredibly reckless and stupid? And go ahead and... right up to the heat limit. Beautiful.
Locking in all weapon systems.
I'm picking up a new
There we go.
sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Really? Enemy
Enemy vehicle
reinforcements?
destroyed.
You finally figured out enemy reinforcements game. No, you didn't, because that Shrek PPC carrier was the quote-unquote reinforcement. That was a very bugged trigger. Okay.
Mission successful.
So, internal damage, yeah. And all energy in this game isn't all... It depends on how you use it, and it comes back to the heat curve. And again, that's why I like the idea of I don't want to specialize my mechs in one role versus the other. I want to have that flexibility because, I mean, like you could see how I was doing in this battle, I was flipping on and off weapons to ride the heat curve right at the limit. And yeah, you lose a little bit of the damage that you can deal, but you gain that flexibility. Oh, I lost that medium laser down the line. Oh, big whoop. It's not, you know, it's not going to be an absolute game, you know. Had I lost this left arm and lost the medium laser on it, the Orion still would have been a pretty decent threat. That would have been more than a threat, up until the point where the LRM ammo got touched off, but... let's see, we got no one injured, and I headshot an awesome, so... Oh yeah, more than enough to finish off the 8Q that I've got already. And... Well, it's an 80-ton assault mech. I kind of have to grab the extra part on that, unless there's something good down here to give me... Ooh... One of those, either that Shrek or one of the Awesomes had a very lovely setup here. Look at that, +4 accuracy. Wow. That, unless I see something better, I'm willing to grab that. I could, SRM4... The SRM4 is the odd brother. Oh! Ooh. Okay, here's the one thing that actually would make me consider a missile boat now, to be honest with you guys. I like the idea of the TTS, and it's like having the targeting computers from the clan. But it's like dumbed down a bit to level 1 tech almost. But that 2 tonnage, that's the problem I have. You're giving up something to get that in. And 2 tons is 2 medium lasers. It's an SRM2 with an ton of SRM2 ammo, if I remember correctly, or just an SRM2. It's an extra ton of ammo. It's, you know, 2 extra heat sinks. There's a lot of stuff you can do with 2 tons that I'd almost rather do. But since I don't really need that 3rd awesome piece, we'll grab it. We've got the flexibility for it. If I happen to fit it into anything, great. And the good news is we got one of those boosted PPCs anyways, and yep, that was it. Okay. I can live with that salvage. So that was a 4-head mission with, you know, running with only 2 assault mechs. So I'm not worried about, and pretty decent armor coverage on everyone there. I'm not worried about having to field 4 Atli on the field, basically. Lady Centrella is ready to meet us on Weldry, Commander. I have filed a contract in the command center. Hey, story mission. I mean, that's the other thing.
You wanted is back online.
The you've got a little bit of, you know, as much as it's like, okay, you got to worry about your finances, you get to a point where you can pace out the story missions pretty well with these, you know, one-offs, pretty much. We'll repair that. 1 bill or 1 day. Oh no, no, I can't afford that. That's too much. 2 days to fix the Orion, 1 day for the Jaeger mech. Gymnasium's going to be done before I even have to worry about that. TTS. If I were going to try to use it on anything right now, and again, that's the other thing. Like I said, this is the one thing that would make me consider a missile boat. Is that's right. Here's the awesome. You know, if it really. I'm trying to find a way to say this. When you look at some of these assaults, you're looking at 1 or 2 missile hardpoints, really, for the most part. I mean, the awesome doesn't have anything. The you know, a lot of this stuff is only single LRM mounting, so to some extent, you're also forcing yourself potentially down a weight class here. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this awesome. All right, stock awesome. Not a bad design. I'm going to strip out the small laser, and honestly, I'm going to try pulling out the PPCs first. Oh no, I have no functional ranged weapons. Whatever shall I do? Well, let's see. We can't mount missiles. We can't mount ballistics. We are stuck with energy weapons and point defense. What can we do to make this an interesting build? Well, we've got a boosted damage laser. We've got the boosted damage PPC that we have. We've got boosted accuracy PPC. And we've got a lot of spots that we can mount up stuff here. I could go laser boat on this and just go some medium lasers with a large laser riding sidecar, probably on one of the torso locations, because that's going to kind of get me a pretty good setup for I like the extra accuracy to be in there and let the arms kind of work for themselves. We have a boosted damage PPC, which I'm willing to keep in the right arm. And got a boosted damage medium lasers. Medium lasers aren't really going to cut it. It's one thing I have to keep in mind. So large laser there. We're almost already back up to the firepower that we had before, and I still got an extra 4.5 tons to work with. So actually, the small laser, just for laughs, I can put it back in the head. Armor. Let's see where we're going to be in armor if I just restock this to where it would be. Oh, hey, look. My heat efficiency is about the same. Come on, give me my... Oh, that's right. I don't have that. So, I've actually got more firepower. Here's the problem with the awesome. It is slow as molasses. I've got decent range. I mean, yeah, I'm losing a little bit of range because I'm focusing down to medium lasers there. And 2 extra tons to play with. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect armor here. So I'll definitely put this one off to the side. But honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is not using that PPC there. I want to actually swap this guy back to the lower end systems that I've got. Because I doubt I'm ever going to take this mech out. So I'd rather go back through and refit PPCs to stuff that could use it. Enough hate on the...
I'll let you know when that's done.
Enough hate on the missile boat starting to sound like a broken record. Yeah. I mean, I can also hate on the... I can hate on just about any design that you can put in front of me. Like, you know, an AC-20 system. You know, I mean, come on. The Battle Master here with the AC-20 doesn't really mount any other weapons. Once I run out of ammo on that thing, yeah, it's not going to do much good. I can take you over to the Highlander here and say, okay, so I've got 16 rounds in that Gauss rifle. What do you do when you run out of that? Okay, well, you've got some light stuff, but not really. There's ups and downs to every design. It's just when people say, oh, no, you need to. Well, you know, I'm the one playing the game, guys. If you want to do it and play it yourself, you're welcome to. I highly encourage you to go out and buy a copy of the game. So, what can I say? Store, probably not anything useful here. LRM-15, plus still. Got that. And, yeah. That Mech Warrior, I believe I have 1 or 2 people I can push.
Good to go.
Behemoth is up to the point where I could go for Called Shot Mastery. Extra hit. You know what? Let's go for a 9-gunner.
Training complete.
Spread out my 9s across the board here.
Waiting for orders.
Oh, and I've also got to remember these guys are gaining experience because of the training pods, too. Overheat threshold. Extra evasion. Bingo.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Orders?
Decker, you've already advanced.
Waiting for
Glitch
orders.
is advanced.
Ready for
Medusa,
orders.
you have picked up a little bit here. Minimum
Training
range.
confirmed, Commander.
Medusa has been sidelined since for a long time, actually, now.
Ready for orders.
Ready is ready for orders. And we're going to give her... I want that tactician. I want to work, because I got bulwark, I want to work up to the tactician to stick her in an assault mech, potentially. Down the road if I have to.
Receiving you.
Tailgate has nothing. I've got nothing. And Whisper. Whisper is also going to gain bulwark.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Alright, Mech Bay is good. Engineering's good. Contracts. Actually, maybe advance a little bit of time here, possibly. Yeah, we'll go with the 3 days to get that back. I can afford 3 days. I don't need the awesome, but I can certainly take on anything else we got here. What do we have? Oh, that's right, welding. We are going to go ahead and do that.
Bio command.
Because hey, story mission. I need to keep the pace rolling there. Oh, hey, another Triple F Burger event. Recreate the authentic Triple F Burger. Or Al by 2. Woohoo! I kind of wish it's kind of interesting. They do the whole tutorial mission, and they tell you, okay, this is how you play the game at its basic level. But they don't really explain anything like the morale system in game or anything. It's kind of lacking in that regards. It's kind of interesting that that's the case. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with morale. I know I can boost it when I go to my monthly payment window if I want to boost or reduce it. I could probably reduce it given that I've got so much crap on the Argo that's boosting morale now. But, you know, does that affect how fast I'm gaining on the planet?
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
If it was explained, I kind of missed it. Back to ship upgrades. Let's see. I need the Gamma Pod for that, don't I? No, I don't. I could get that. But if I'm gonna get it, let's go ahead and get the refit harness. Refit harness
All right,
first.
I'll get the team on it right away.
And then I'll worry about the drive upgrades. Then it'll be probably Gamma Pod more than likely. Because I'm gonna need that for the upper end side of things. Game. Good jump. There we go. Game is trying to scare me by looking like it's frozen, but it is not. Are we there yet? Okay, yep.
Undocked from jump ship. We're clear.
Needs a fast forward button just to keep going to the next random event or when I arrive on planet. Or really what I need is the faster thrust. You can actually see it in the cutscenes and the drifting along. The drive flare behind the ship is so small at this point. Yes, let's go to Weldry and get some more wall of text.
And I promise you that our forces are maintaining a firm upper hand against this false
Look who's out.
restoration.
I wonder
Thanks
what
in part to the
happens.
support of our newfound allies in the Taurian Concordat.
Actually, I take it back. I have seen this
Those
cutscene.
allies, led by the heroic Commodore Samuel Osterman, liberated my own daughter, Victoria, from insurgent captivity.
Should have put a bullet through her head.
Though the fight was hard,
Should have charged her
our
for war
new
crimes.
friends won the day through the strength of their courage and the virtue of their purpose.
Drop ship armaments.
Soon.
Ugh.
We will end this war. And when we do, we will turn our attention back to the expansion of our industry and the betterment of our people. Long live the Taurian Concordat, and long live the Aurigan Directorate!
Yep. Okay. Granted, if they had killed her, they could. The directorate could have used that as a, you know, a cause to martyr her. Oh, she died in heroic battle to defend the directorate. But yeah, you don't stick your war hostage on the front line. Ugh. Good grief. Really. Alright, so yeah, now the Taurian Concordat's in mixed up in things. So now we've got the Magistracy on our side, Taurian Concordat on their side. We fought against them on R2, we know what we're up against, so let's talk about how we're going to win this. Not through direct confrontation, well, okay, sure. Direct confrontation seems to be working so well for me so far. What we'd have to just do, just lead it smartly, stay out of battles you can't win. Well, that's the case of any conflict. You don't go throwing your forces blindly into fights that you don't believe you can win just because you want to. All right. Okay, what do we want to do in the short term? Don't go after him. Okay, lovely. Sure. But yeah, Kamea honestly pointing out that if she doesn't fight them, you know, people are just going to leave her. Okay, sure, makes sense. So Ostergaard expects me to deploy my army against his forces on Smithton to lead from the front. You have convinced me that this is a risk I cannot take. Yes, I no longer have to have her mech forced on me. He expects to come at me with a hammer. I will use a scalpel instead. Very good approach. Surgical strikes, essentially. My company alone against a Taurian assault force. It'll be an adventure. I like that response. No guts, no glory. If I won't take them, I won't direct my army, but I'll be damned if I let Ostergaard's troops slaughter my people without a fight. Okay, mercenaries have been an advantage by doing this, you're putting them at grave risk. But if your heart is set on returning to take the planet back, sure. Whatever. Okay, yep. Repel the Taurian assault on Smithton. I think the assault was already very successful. That's another kind of weird thing in the BattleTech universe, is when you think about the time that it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get anywhere on average. Hey, you got all these missions like, oh, we've got a relief convoy to evacuate forces from this area, and we're going to wait 3 weeks to do it until you get here. There's some things that just don't kind of make sense when you start looking at kind of really connecting the dots here. The execution was the execution was the local lord. He was the guy on the planet here, one of the lords that sits on the council for the Aurigan Reach, and he is the one who actually provided us the code breaker device that got us the Star League map, that got us to the base, the castle outpost, where we got the mechs from. Well, we got a mech from, and yeah, he was where they, back in the storyline when we captured Lady Espinosa in the mission that we destroyed the New Grange on. She was basically dropped off on that planet as compensation for the Directorate killing that guy's daughter. And now the Directorate came back, basically, thanks to the Turian Concordat, broke her out and shot him. Which also means potentially there's that kid of his, Otto, who is out there, who's got, not quite right in the head that they established. It seems kind of weird now. He could be potentially running around out there and could be looking for revenge against his father. We've got some missions we could run here while I'm here. Oh god, no, not an escort mission, no. Capture base in the Highlands. Kind of easy, but no. We're going to go for the Smithton. Early reports suggest a tight battlefield. Because of this, we recommend a lance loadout that strikes a balance of mobility, durability, and firepower. Further details to be provided on arrival. Well,
Calculating course now, Commander.
I've got a jump jet capable mech. And yeah, Kibble, that was the guy whose son was indeed accused of being a mole. So now the son is presumably out and
I've got the
running
financial
amok.
report.
Hooray. Why'd they have to nerf it, Kirk? Because if you go back in, go back in the BattleTech beta episodes on my channel, I did take on, I kind of demonstrate just how OP the flamers can be. Whereas if you've got more than one fire starter on a battlefield, it is extremely, you can basically keep a mech shut down infinitely, even when they're standing in water. That's just how bad it is. So we finished off that modification to the ship. Let's go ahead and see what we can tuck in next. There's that mech bay, but I'm not really interested in it. Still need the gamma pod for those guys. Let's get the drive upgraded. So we'll get moving a little quicker here now.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
The nice thing about that is, since now I've got the repair facilities updated, I can afford to move around quicker. The faster I move around, the more missions I can take on, the more money and salvage I can get. That's going to help me out when expenses continue to go up. Because at some point, I'm eventually going to have to probably start stockpiling some custom mech designs, basically. So kind of outfit things for the mission I'm trying to work on. So an escort mission, go with the faster heavy and assaults, and a base defense mission. Well, I haven't really found a good approach to those yet. It's a speed and mobility, flexibility, tactical, both tactical and as far as jump jets. Haven't really found anything that really works too well there. Come on, game. Oh, that's what that grayed out area was on the star map. That was the area that Turian Concordat had invaded, probably. Darn those bullheads. I mean, I could also go to the point of saying, I know there are some urban mech pilots out there who are very upset that they nerfed the AC-10 in the game, too. Oh god, those things are horrible before. The Distress Call, Mountain Rescue Expedition, and nope. Unfortunately, not quite good enough. So we lost some money for damage repaired, morale decreased slightly. It happens. It's the randoms. Drive upgrade.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Hey, look at that. My drive flare just increased a little bit there. Let's bounce up to the next level. 30 days.
Roger that, Commander.
I
I'll
am
get the crew.
burning through the sea bills on this one right now. I kind of have to wonder, too, with the drive upgrades, if that means, like, that mission there where you're trying to go rescue someone, if that meant that I might have gotten there sooner and they would have survived. I don't know. Okay, proceed with current contract. Sure. Again, give me the mech bay. Thunderbolt out. Battlemaster back in. And... case of the Awesome versus the Orion or the Hunchback, and yeah, I like the jump jets on the Grasshopper. That's not going to go anywhere. I have to remember, this is the one that they were saying is going to be, you need that flexibility. It's only a 3-head mission too. That's kind of the weird thing. The whole Innersphere would be screaming about war crimes, punish them for it, drop ships en route to evacuate. Okay, actually, no, I have played this far in the campaign then. This is going to be interesting, actually, now that I'm looking at this. I remember this mission. This is one where you've got to protect grounded drop ships. There's going to be a whole bunch of drop ships flying in and out, and you have to stop the enemy from going after them. And it's a 3-head mission, but it's a deceptive one, because you're going to be having to defend a location from 3 separate avenues of attack. And it's like the reverse of the ammo crate mission in a ways, because you've got stuff that can blow up and potentially blow up dropships. So I'm actually reasonably okay with this loadout, because I'm going to have to split these guys off to some extent, and the Grasshopper's probably going to wind up being my fast reaction bullets. The depth of political background just in this game, or the PC game alone, pales in comparison to what they have done with the BattleTech universe in general. It is, you can go to just about any corner of the Innersphere and you're going to find some sort of just the amount of background that they put in at the local level, at the, well, really from the national, essentially the Great House level down to the regional level. I mean, when you go into the Federated Suns, everyone's like, you think, oh, the Federated Suns are nice and happy, they're all advanced, and no, you've got the people of the Capellan March, who are, you know, there's been the history of kind of the Hassex kind of not really being in the Davian fold, and then that kind of flips around, and then it goes back, and then you've got the Steiners, where you've got the Isle of Skye, which is consistently a pain for everyone. You've got the Draconis Combine and the Black Dragon. You go to the Free Worlds League, and you've got all of the little nation states that make up the Free Worlds League themselves. Alright, so the spaceport here is packed wall-to-wall civilians, even though I can't see any of them. Hello, people. Can you, if you're out there, could you wave for me, please? No? Okay. They're targeting them as enemy combatants. We need to help get these people safe until we can evac them to safety. So we have 3 drop ships en route to assist. We've got 3 landing pads. They're going to call in on approach to let us know. Shepard 1 is going to be heading to this pad. Shepard 2 is going to land on this pad. And Shepard 3 is going to land on this pad. They will not necessarily land in that order. Hostile that you fail to engage will target these fuel tanks. These go up, that's going to be everything wiped out. So it's very hard to work within this area, because you've got a very...
aren't going to make this easy. Protect our ships.
Random voice acting. You've got a very widespread area of damage that these things can have. And as you can see, almost right away, this is what we're fighting against. Light units just absolutely running amok here. We've got Thunderbolt down there. We've got a Panther down there. The good news is we do have some local defense turrets. These are going to get targeted pretty quickly. But they're nothing to sneeze at either. They've got medium lasers on those, and I believe the good news is we've got the flamers down there, so at least that one can shut stuff down. This one back, if you can keep it alive, has got the large laser for better range and everything. and kind of mirrored over on this side. So once you get in here, you're kind of in a good spot to really kind of take it to them.
Commander.
I don't want you going first, actually. What I want is to move you here.
Move order received.
AC-10, this is minimum range, but I had to close in to get good evasion on it. Drop that. We're really kind of looking to pin down his evasives. As long as you keep attacking them, they will not focus on the fuel tanks. Well, the problem is there's multiple angles, like I said. There are going to be guys dropping in over on this side. We've got people coming from that side. We've got a... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know I had... Oh, yeah, that's right. There's 2 strikers out here, too. They're giving us some local fire support and spotting capabilities. There's mechs coming from this side of the board, down that direction. So you can't really go all out in saying, okay, I need to kind of close in and just do a Hail Mary on everything. I'm going to burn off the last 2 evasives on this guy and go center torso shot on him.
Engaging target.
Well, right arm. I can't sneeze at that. He's hurting pretty bad.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
At the very least, now I don't have to worry about the turret potentially taking damage. There's the other striker moving out. These guys kind of act as your mobile reserve too, which is nice. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for engaging on that. That just made my life a lot easier. Hey, good morning, Jared.
Receiving you.
I'm sure you can get a lot of stuff off of this mission, actually.
Acknowledged.
You're multi-shot decker. We're gonna send some love downrange on that. No, the Panthers. It just doesn't even look like the Panthers had a chance to react in a weird way. Another 5 downrange. Everything else short range. I want to drop that PPC. He's only got 16 points left, and 20 is gonna break through just about everything. I'll take the chances. I'll probably leg him at least, if not center torso.
Splitting fire.
LRM downrange. Yep, he is not, can't think of the name all of a sudden. He's not in brace mode.
It's go time!
A lot of times when they spawn in the enemy, they're in brace mode already. Sensor lock on someone. Okay, fine, whatever. Hello, Battlemaster.
Good to go.
When I did this one in my offline campaign, I think I had only one. I only had the Highlander for the assault mech, and everyone else was still in heavy. So it's not exactly a fun ride when you're doing it that way. I just said don't bunch them up, so I'm going to heed my own advice here.
Moving out.
And stick with my long-range fire downwind here.
Special delivery.
What is that? Is it the boosted, no, it's the extra crits. Yeah. Not a great shot from the, ooh, did get head hit at least. Not a great shot considering hitting the left side on the Panther, but there's turrets making themselves known. Well, that guy just missed with his large laser. Hit the base of his own turret. Shepard 1 incoming, pad Alpha, so he's coming over here at least. And of course, there's the enemy flankers coming in. Engage them before they take out the dropships.
Concentrate all fire on those dropships. Take them out, or you'll have Ostergaard to answer to.
So, and you can see they're just pouring more and more and more stuff at you from this direction. But I've got to try to move flank over to this direction, and this is probably a spider, if I remember correctly.
Standing by.
Alright. Bugboat has already fired his AC-21, so we do not want to let him fire again. I do not want to get... I don't want to wander off too far, actually. We're going to keep him off to this side. He's slow enough that there's no point in getting him over here. And I want to keep plinking away at that Panther if I can, just to keep the movement down.
Engaging target.
Yeah, actually, that's a good thing, Strith. Why aren't the fuel tanks buried underground? Like any other thing in any sort of engineering application, it probably costs less. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really make much sense to have them above ground that close to the landing pad is more of my beef. Big, giant dropship coming down with flaming rockets out the bottom of it. I don't think I'd put an explosive tank that close to it. Have you ever seen what, you know, what it looks like when the space shuttle launches or a modern rocket launches? The kind of brush fires that thing could set off? Yeah.
Waiting for orders.
I don't take issue to the fuel tanks being above ground. I take issue to them being that close. We're going to set ourselves up so the Orion's got a little bit of covering fire in that direction. Or at least we'll be able to get to it next turn. And let's find the Panther. Do I have a direct shot on you or not? And I've got an indirect shot, 85, or I can go full shore. Ooh, full shore? Full bore on the Thunderbolt. Let's take him out.
Roger that.
Okay, that's a good start. Striker, can you come in and follow up with a knockdown, please? Yes, you can. Beautiful. Use the strikers here to get that last little bit for the knockdown, too, by the way. They're really good at the indirect fire, and you don't want them really in direct fire range anyways, so you might as well. We're going to come along here.
Aye, aye.
And let's see, I could go for... Armor's been weakened, but it's only got the machine guns in it. Well, that and the machine gun ammo. That would... Tradition in tabletop, that machine gun ammo would destroy the mech because of the damage transfer rules. It is a Thunderbolt, so... Not really a good spot to target. Aside from the heat sinks, actually. That's not a bad proposition here. I can do not enough damage to actually do anything though, so would it be better off firing at... I might be able to knock out that torso. Go for Mr. Panther, please, for that called shot game. The right torso.
I copy.
At the very least, I might knock him down too. Nope, not enough. Forgot he didn't have direct line of sight. That was a waste of that boost. The other problem I've also got with the game here is these turrets do a pretty good job of chewing these guys up, but I'm not going to get morale if the turrets take them down. Does that seem kind of fair to you? Hey, I contributed 2/3 of the firepower to taking this mech down, but because of the initiative order, that little medium laser just took out the enemy, and I don't get any morale out of it. Not exactly fair, is it? Let's see if I can maneuver for a direct shot here.
You betcha.
Kind of keeping glitched over in this area because of her jump jets. Got that line of sight on the Battlemaster, or I could... It's just indirect on that. Direct line of sight on you. Battlemaster means right torso, please.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Not bad. Unsteady as well. Unfortunately, the strikers are probably going to keep targeting this down mech, which it's not a bad idea, but why are you wasting a called shot on the head turret? Don't. Just don't. Okay, Shepard 2 incoming. Pad over there, and oh hey, look, reinforcements just arrived.
Advance. For honor, for liberty, and for the Taurian conquered it.
Okay, Shepard 1 is on pad. Good news is these guys are successfully managing to bottle themselves up. Bad news is we've got a spider over there that needs to be engaged. I believe that's also Commando over there. And we've got War Mech sitting over here. Hey, a spider. He's also a tactician, so he's basically going first in any engagement. I'm basically at the camera's mercy here right now. Left and right and up and down and oh my god, all over the place.
Good to go.
Alright. Now I got another problem too, because this guy just blocked
What's
off
up, Bob?
that approach. So the Orion's going to have to survive taking a back
Moving
shot
out.
here. Because I most assuredly need to go after at least something over here to get their attention.
Acknowledged.
I think I got his attention. Large laser gone. Actually, that's a good point there too, Strith, is if that tank was buried underground, explosion is going to go through the path of least resistance. It's going to go up. Thugboat, you are closest to intercepting this force. Probably not going to be able to do anything spectacular over here because you've only got the AC-20. And is definitely not within range, and the LRM's a crapshoot anyways, but...
Engaging target.
If I hit him and get his attention, hopefully he won't go after the tanks. Meanwhile, the strikers are saying, ooh, down battle mech, take it, take it! This is a tanker's wet dream over here. Decker!
Ready for orders.
You are up, and... Frankly, I would love to get you within range of something. It's just a question of what to get. I've got the Panther over here, which has been a little chewed on. I've got a Jenner over here, which is intact. I can get within range of the downed mech, but then I lose the PPC LRM-5 combo. I can get within range of the Battlemaster and potentially knock it down. Mind you, the Battlemaster is going to just get back up because of the initiative order at this point, I believe. Because, yeah, those two guys are coming up next. So what I want to do is make him think twice about coming in this direction and go after this Jenner.
Copy that. Engaging.
There's some lasers down. Mr. Jenner's having a bad day. Yeah, this mission absolutely escalates ridiculously quick. So now I've got two mechs at the front door here. I've got two mechs holding, well, one mech holding them off. I've got Glitch over here is going to be moving momentarily. And the good news is, well, the bad news is I lost a turret.
Lady Arano, but we're under orders. You can end this by surrendering to Commodore Ostergaard. Until you do,
Random voice acting!
For you.
Why? Why? HBS, why did you... What was the point of that? It didn't introduce anything new to the
I read
mission.
you, Commander. Moving out.
It was a nice little aside, it was a nice little voiceover, because, I mean, that... I don't know if you could hear that on stream, but he had just the right smugness to his voice for that. I've got direct fire on the Thunderbolt, and that's actually a really tempting side shot there. Even with the medium laser on a 50% shot, I can go for the Jenner at a much higher chance to hit. It's overkill, frankly, for what I've got. Got indirect shot downrange on the Battlemaster, which I do need to worry about, but that's actually not bad. Let's see if we can take him out. Three medium lasers left on him. That's not too
Want
bad.
some more? Huh?
And he's unsteady. And he's just a walking stick at this point. Oh, that Jenner. Oh, right in the back too. That's not fair. That's evil. All right, Battlemaster, what are you gonna do? You're just going full evasive. Turret's not gonna really do much to you. That turret's not gonna do much to him. And now I've got that dropship down. The good news is I think he takes off now. Or if he doesn't take off now, he takes off next turn. There we go. So they're preparing to launch. They're going to launch next turn. This is all being tracked up here, by the way. So Shepard 1's off next round. Shepard 2. I mean, this is quick enough that realistically they shouldn't be able to target fuel tanks and blow them up. I mean, these are 200-point structures. So there's some element to this where the game is intentionally lying to you, I think, and that's to draw you out into this sort of split-up defense. And granted, the funny thing is the dropships themselves... Oh no, they hit the fuel tank. Oh no, there's 150 points damage left on it. It's leaving next round. He's not going to be able to destroy a fuel tank with light mechs. There's a lot of that sort of it's social engineering actually is what it is. It's engineered to put you into that panic. Because oh no, the commando's coming in, except he's down his large laser, so he can't really do enough damage to me to be an issue. But I'm in assault mechs on this round, so I don't really care about how much of a problem these guys cause. Tugboat, could you introduce these gentlemen down here? Particularly this one who did not move for much of a modifier at all. To the AC-20. With a called shot. Center torso.
Engaging target.
Right through.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Thank you, Thugboat. Living up to your reputation there. Yeah, it's not a hard mission. It is just that if you aren't rocking the assaults by this point, if you're rocking the heavies, it is a little harder to try to tank some of this stuff. But the turrets here are spread out in such a way that you've got good coverage, and you can take out some of these heavier weapons pretty easily. You only really need to worry about taking out one mech on each side, and then they just kind of drop together. I mean, the big problem here is I need to watch out for the Battlemaster, which is not going to be a problem in... Let's see, I've got a right side shot on him. I will take the potential rear shot on the Grasshopper here.
Location confirmed.
And we're going to go after the Battlemaster on this side because I have a better chance of taking out that torso. Yeah, sure. I'm not worried about my heat curve right now.
Weapons.
PPC miss is lovely. Structure exposed, not knocked down, but not a big deal. With any luck, the Striker might engage. I would really love to see that. Oh no, actually the Striker just helped me out by taking out that really weak Jenner out there.
Orders.
Okay, let's back up here, Behemoth, and put you in a spot where... I mean, let's be honest. We're looking at Thunderbolt that's mostly nerfed. We're looking at a Spider that's intact. These guys have way too much evasive down there. And at 50 points... 25, 25, 25. The SRM-2, not quite enough to take that tank down. And that dropship's leaving. So, we're going to go ahead and... ignore that. Honestly, you're already overheated, so let's just go ahead and take you down.
Position confirmed. Locked on for physical attack.
And another one bites the dust.
Let's go!
Enemy down.
New Kaliyama AC-20 kills Mecha dead. Okay, Battlemaster, what are you going to do? Are you going to go out there with fuel tanks? Nope. They openly state they're going to go after the fuel tanks, and then Battlemaster ignores said fuel tanks.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Panther, I could potentially nuke you pretty hard just with a walk-up punch on the left side. 115 points for... I think a DFA for 230. Oh, that's overkill. That is so overkill. Get over here and take on the Battlemaster. You've got a called shot, so I want to knock out that right torso. Deletion, please. Plus, it'll knock him down. It'll knock him down. It will knock him down. Come on, boy, you're embarrassing me. It's like, what, 0.01 of stability damage from knocking him down. Oh, hey, Shepard 1's away. Okay, Shepard 3 is coming in. This one I have to... This one you do have to watch for to some extent, but they're pretty much out of the courtyard here, so... Shepard 2 launches next turn. The funny thing is, when you consider that this is like, consider these turns like 30 seconds worth of time, that inside of better part of 90 seconds, they have somehow managed to load spaceports completely packed with people onto these dropships. This is pretty impressive. Can you imagine if in a commercial airport these days, you could load a plane in 90 seconds? Hell, in 30 seconds even. And be backing away from the gate in that time? That would be pretty darn impressive. Let's be honest here. I've got an AC-20... AC-20 backshot on a Jenner. I know it is absolutely not going to hit, so I'm going to burn the point to do this, but... Yeah, this is overkill. Through the center torso, out the front.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I don't need no stinking LRM boats. Oh, having way too much fun with that. Alright, gotta get the game face back on here. We're not out of the woods yet. Okay, now he's gonna go over. Thank you, Striker. That basically just mops up that side, so I feel much better about being able to keep forces out of the courtyard here. Because... I could bring Behemoth in on that. I could bring Decker in on the Panther.
Roger that.
There goes his PPC. And critted the SRM-4.
Scored a critical hit.
Didn't see any of it, thank you game, but yeah, it critted the SRM-4. How are we not at a point where, in this game, they have not implemented a line of sight calculation for camera angle? Get the camera, evaluate potential camera positions, just have 4 of them chosen from random directions, and say, can I see the mech from this angle? No? Okay, don't use that angle. It can't take that hard to calculate it. I mean, if space engineers can glitch out and clang everything to death in 5 seconds, we should have more than enough processing power to be able to calculate a simple line of sight, right? Battlemaster's not a threat anymore because that PPC is down. We got a spider, and we got the commando that I was chewing on previously. Mr. Commando. Having a very bad day now from the ammo explosion. He's gone. Oh, that poor... Oh, center torso's down. Won't get any morale out of that, but hey, the assault mech is down.
I hear ya.
Let's see. Panther is over here with nothing to do. That target's gone. We've got 2 targets over there that I could engage. I want to DFA. I want to DFA. I mean, it's a Highlander for crying out loud. I want the DFA! No.
All weapons are go!
Gotta go after the spider. Because the turrets are pretty much at this point going to start doing a good job of helping me mop up, plus the strikers. Shepard 2 is away. Shepard 3 is inbound on the pad. Yeah, all mechs in the vicinity of pad 2 were already removed anyways. By means of AC-20s. Oh no, an SRM-4 hit me in the back.
Took a heavy hit there.
You took a headshot, Glitch. You've got a cockpit mount on that mech. I made sure I put one on that one. You're fine. And the enemy mechs are still too busy worrying about the turrets instead of the highly mobile forces targeting them. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, your AI!
Commander?
Decker, just finish it, please.
Locked on for physical attack.
I am not worried about the fact that I just stood there and I'm not going to be,
Target eliminated.
and I'm going to be taking missiles in the back. I'm not worried about that now. Maybe these pilots don't want to kill all the people in the ships, so they use your mechs and turrets as an excuse. Okay, but I would still expect to see some semblance of coordination between them. I mean, they have the advantage on the map that you've got everyone in a pincer, and you've got this overwhelming force here, and you're pulling distractions off the side. Well, if they run down to here instead of running up in this direction, it would kind of serve more of a threat. This is more just kind of, I mean, like I just said, it's mopping up at this point. Let's see, I've got 2 targets over here. Nope, I've only got 1 target over here. No, I do have 2. 16 points left on the commando. 42, yeah, I'll take the 42. And let's be honest, the 16 points on that commando, a turret can take it easily right now. Hell, the striker can take it. Probably will. Nope, he's got Spider too. Beautiful. Medium laser crit. Lovely.
Orders.
Behemoth! Make them understand the follies of standing next to an assault... Well, not an assault mech. A heavy mech. Make them bleed! Yes! Yes!
Target.
Oh dear god, I just realized I'm doing that game that Wasted was doing on his stream the other night. Ugh! That thing with the space bears, the pod people thing, or people pods, or whatever it was. Oh jeez. I'm doing the narrator off of that. Nope, that's it. Got to shut down. We're done. We're done here. If I'm emulating that game now, that's scary. Large laser and medium lasers offline, please, and stick with... Yeah.
Got it.
The SRM-6 would have done it. The Gauss rifle was just punctuating it.
Mech destroyed.
This is Shepard 3. We are taking off, even though there's really no threat left at this point, because, yeah, we're done here. And the strikers are saying, well, we're still going to act like there's a threat out here that we need to worry about. Yeah, we're done. Just brace everyone. Shepard 3 is away. And we are all set. Except, actually, I think this might be one where I have to evac to the dropship. I don't know. That's the last of them. Thank you, yada yada. For every turn to make you destroy, 10 more will rise to take its place. And we will defeat them just as we defeated you.
Mission successful.
So we're not going to bring Lady Arano along on these battles because she's going to act as a focal point for the enemy forces and be taken out by overwhelming power. But hey, we'll have her in orbit on the dropship, easily communicating with everyone. Okay. Lady Arano, the point of having you not lead this army is to keep you safely in the rear. Oh, wait, that's right. We don't have a rear because you let people into the rear to get to Smithton in the first place. Mission complete. Let's see what we got. No damage. No head hits. Nothing. We got this. Salvage. I can get another part of a Battle Master. 85 ton. Sure. I could get another part and finish off a Thunderbolt. Be a bad one to have sitting around. And some decent medium lasers that I would probably like to claim. Have any special equipment? We have a leg mod. That one's not quite as bad. It's 1 ton, but it's 3 slots, so you're not going to put anything in the legs. And I believe the mech that I would love to put it on would be the Highlander, of course. I believe that one's already got double heat sinks in the legs. And it's only plus 5 DFA damage. Frankly, I'd rather have the leg mod that actually reduces the damage to yourself. Because DFAing is nice and all, but you can do it once, and then after that, you're pretty much in danger of falling over. So we'll get a Thunderbolt out of it and some decent medium lasers. Let's see. Commando was so tiny you mistook it for mech debris. There wasn't anything left of it. Okay, well the good news is we got a Commando and a Jenner out of it too, so, and lots of silly things to sell off like the machine guns. So yeah, that mission, I gotta say, that was, as far as engineering the threat and making you react to it and potentially take missteps, they did a very good job of ramping up the paranoia on that mission. Especially because that part about a highly mobile force. Because you might be thinking, oh, I better tech down to like a medium mech so I can move faster, jump around a bit better. Nah. You've done it, Thugboat! Ugh. Why'd you open with that line? Okay, so, yep, we've driven them out of the system apparently by doing that. Even though that was one battle, sure. Commander Farrell 171, Beacon of Hope. It has a nice ring to it, I've got to say. Well, it does. Maybe not Commander, because traditionally in BattleTech, you don't call someone Commander. You're typically, in a mercenary, you're going to be a Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel, maybe Major, Captain, you know, depending on how big your unit is. And considering we're all of a Lance, really Lance Leader would make more sense at this point. Alright. Yep. They attacked Smith and didn't get to her. We'll be ready for it. Me in the comms and you on the battlefield, because, yeah. Lead from orbit, sure. Yep. Babs, at the end of this road, Espinosa is mine. My uncle will pay for his crimes, as will my cousin. Yeah, they paid for their crimes by, or at least, as, her cousin was left to live instead of being shot for her crimes by a war council. We're getting an encoded hyperpulse transmission. HPG message coming in for you, sir. Did it come with on an arrow? Must be a message from Lady Centralon. Yes, it is. Good and bad, of course. We've got contact with a member of House Gallus. They served Espinosa in the early days as director, but now they are in disfavor. So basically now we got to go deep behind enemy lines to save someone's ass. Oh, lovely. That works out so well. Claims to have information that would prove extremely damaging to your uncle. Anyone else smelling a trap on that? Now the bad news. The Lady Gallus has been taken prisoner by Director's Occupation Force. They have her locked away in her own castle, a gilded cage for imprisoned royalty. We can't reach her again without liberating the system. We'd get her killed if we tried. Have you heard of these things called commando forces? You know, like highly trained Marines, infiltration agents, you know, some guys with guns that are really good at shooting that aren't in mechs, because, you know, mechs are not the end-all and be-all of everything. Or at least they keep trying to say in the game, and then they keep hurting that theory, and then... I could get really salty about that one, guys. So we have a workaround. We need to save another house. Okay, lovely. Are you sure that your people are ready for it? But we can and will handle it. Yep. And to hell with anyone who stands in our way. Lovely.
That mech you asked for is cleared. That mech you wanted is back online.
Commando.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Jenner. 3 mechs. It's all salvaged. And I could care less about 2 of them. Pack it up. And pack that one up. So what was the other one? The other one was the stock Thunderbolt. Because I've got the special, which is nice because that's got the energy weapon capability. The stock is a little more distributed, which isn't bad in its own right. I mean, when you compare that firepower to that firepower, about the same. Movement is the same. Range sucks on that one. Range sucks on that one. I'm going to be putting this one in storage, but I'm not going to sell it off. Which is the great thing when you get to this point in the game, because you actually have the... I've got the ability, because I've got so many enhancements on my setup here, I can actually store stuff and still be able to refit it for a mission in a couple of days easily, so... Oh, what is... Plus 10 damage, plus 10 stability damage. Oh, you don't say.
New
Yoink!
weapon systems available.
Boosted AC damage on that. What do I have for AC 10s at this point? Oh, we can get rid of these guys while I'm in here. Mando, goodbye. We've got far better AC 10s that we can work with. We've already got one that is that type. What else you got for me here, game? An AC 5 boosted. I have an AC 5 boosted, and I think the Jaeger mech could use that. So we'll go ahead and pick that up.
New weapon systems available.
Got a boosted large laser, not all that great. A boosted medium laser. It's kind of a no-brainer.
New weapon systems available.
I need to go through and actually refit some of these ships to carry these large lasers I keep picking up. No special equipment, and really about it. Tech bay time. Why have little stealth guys when you could have giant stompy robots? One word in response to that: elementals. And if you know the clan timeline, yeah, that is something I would really. That's something I'm actually kind of hoping that they have a chance to really address in some of the games coming up. Maybe the the next Mech Warrior game. It would be kind of nice to see the ability to have some of these to be able to take on an elemental suit, and I don't mean in the way of mech assault. Oh God, not that, please. That was a nice idea that they had for that, but they really kind of shat all over the universe with what they did with that particular game. But hey, it was Dark Ages, so as far as I'm concerned, that never happened anyways. Let's refit some of the stuff I bought here. We got a good medium laser. Do I want the accuracy? Yeah, we'll go for the accuracy since it's a torso. Gauss isn't going to do much. The LRM-15 is in pretty good shape. I don't have anything that can outrank it at this point. Do I want the crit or the boosted stability damage? Well, I mean, I can swap out for the one that actually does have the stability, the extra stability damage. It is kind of nice to have, but the extra crit really does come in handy. No, we'll split the two. So we swap that in. The SRM, I don't believe I have anything better for it. Plus 4 damage, plus 4 damage, same thing. Alright. 3 days to swap out a medium laser and an LRM when they are in the same exact spot. Okay, game.
Right.
You know,
I'll get it in the schedule.
they really kind of ignored the repair and refit rules in BattleTech for this. That should be like a 5-hour job to remove and refit a medium laser, at worst. I mean, unless of course we're dealing with like green Aztecs all over the place, in which case, yeah, then they'll probably botch it up, and botch it up so badly that they run off and go get drunk because you botched it up so badly, and you know you're going to be doing the overtime. So, all right, extra boost on the AC-20. So now we are doing stability damage on top of that. Let's look at the LRM situation here. I have a boosted LRM-10. Nope. Nothing better than what I've got. Medium laser. Sure. Extra crit on that arm. Looking good.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Grasshopper, you're going to be the next one who's potentially going to benefit here. Sort of. I don't have any boosted small lasers to give you, though. But, like I said, I want to see if I can slip a little bit more firepower on this sucker. So, we're going to swap out that small laser, that one, and that one. And let's go ahead and fit some extra damage there. Okay. Slightly less firepower, if you can believe that, but it's doing some weird calculation for the melee effect. So still, this is going to be a little more nasty coming into range, but still packs a good punch close in. Yeah, I can't do anything for the PPC, right? I've got the extra stability damage on that sucker is better than anything else I can throw at it, so yeah. Go for that.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Thunderbolt. What do we have? SRMs. Yeah, you've already got everything pretty much maxed out except for the medium laser. That one medium laser there. And that's the one I usually wind up rotating out anyways. I'm not going to mess with the awesome Orion. AC-10++ should be good. LRM-10, we don't have any other boosts. SRM-6 we know we're good. Medium lasers, I don't believe I have anything left for high-rated stuff. It is an AC-10, stability damage, and extra crit. Laser, arms, have anything really good. Okay, the Orion gets to live. The Battlemaster, or not Battlemaster, Jaeger Mech. I'm pretty sure I can refit you with something nicer. It'd be kind of tempting actually to see if I could refit this with as a dual AC-10 setup. It'd be wonky as all hell because it really doesn't have the yeah, we just got a +5 damage. Oh, that's right, because I lost the AC-2 that was in the 2 AC-2s that were over here. So I wound up just replacing them with that, but might just go back to it here. I really did actually kind of like that AC-2 ridiculousness that I had going. And it's a stability damage one too, so we can drop AC-5 ammo. Drop that medium laser, put that somewhere else a little more useful. To a certain point. I'll leave that one in. And we'll take the armor hit here. I think the way I had this originally set up is... we got 25 rounds. AC-2 ammo is 25 rounds per shot, so... a ton of AC-2 ammo. Per slot. Oh, that's right. I'm out of AC-2 ammo. Forgot about that. Okay, so you will get to keep the lasers then, and... Ooh. But no. Let's do that. We'll keep that good. That lets me actually consider doing that. And... well, I'm thinking of it. Let's really give this guy a little bit of an extra threat here. It's actually going to cost me a little armor to do this. But I like it's this long-range sniper mech. It needs to have the jump jets on it. Yeah, Jared, the Jaeger's got... it's light on armor as far as armor goes when you try to do this kind of design with it. But at the same time, it really does excel at being this massive ballistic monster, but that's why you don't fit this thing out with 2 AC-20s on either arm. I mean, I can't even fit this thing out with AC-5. I could fit it out with AC-5s at this point, but AC-10s won't work on that design. They're just too heavy.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay, so we got that all set. Let's go ahead and re-optimize our timeline here. And I don't believe I have taken a look at my mech warriors for experience from that mission.
Yes, Commander.
An old fun of, has
Order.
anyone leveled up?
Commander?
It would be nice if it had something on the screen, on the Argo summary screen, that said, oh, hey, this mech warrior has the ability to level up on something. Range,
Training
please.
complete.
Good to go.
Glitch, you are good for one of these. Melee hit or recoil penalty. Take the recoil penalty just to
Mech
get
warrior
through.
training complete.
I'm looking to get her some additional health.
Commander.
Medusa can actually pick up... yeah. Keeping
Training
him leveled off
confirmed,
again.
Commander.
Commander.
Ready is ready for some...
Training complete.
Ready for
Tailgate.
orders.
Nothing. Thug. Called shot mastery, but you're primarily going in on short-range mechs. So actually that unsteady threshold is going to be very handy.
Mech warrior training complete.
Awaiting orders.
Whisper, you've got enough to tech up and pick up sensor lock. On your way to
Training
Tactician.
confirmed, Commander.
I know I could have gone for one of these guys instead and then picked up that later, but I like the idea of having... Sensor lock does come in handy, especially when you've got multiple people on the Lance who can do it. It's just not handy through the entire battle like it is when you're in the lighter mechs.
What can I do for you?
Commander, ready to get it on.
Yes, Commander.
Emeth, okay. Back in and running through. Doop. Left on the Battlemaster. The Jaeger mech's kind of a backup mech anyways. Let's see. Real quick, hiring hall. Anything? Nope, still nothing. Oh, hang on. No, there was someone there. Just saw it just out of the corner of my eye. There was a Kickstarter there. Hiring hall, please. Adrenaline. Oh, that is a good name. Good fit for special ops. Yada, yada, yada. Found it too hot. Okay, that's... I think I've seen it before, but on a slightly different background. Found a special ops experience quite useful in commanding the unit. Once again, for his commanding officers, nothing but praise. Alas, for the armed forces of Federated Sons, he found it too cold. So he doesn't want to... he didn't like special forces because it was too hot. Then he didn't like regular army because it was too cold. Then he went to Solaris, it was too expensive. And now he's hoping for it to be just right. How did this guy get called Adrenaline? I'm sorry, this guy deserves the name Goldilocks. He deserves that call sign. With that kind of roster, he's Goldilocks. Let's be honest. Come on, game. Whoever kickstarted that guy, you picked the wrong name for Adrenaline. No. Yeah, no. You should have called him Goldilocks. Alright, so we got another mission down here. Polar battle. I like that. Go off-world, but they're all less pay / less salvage. Grab it and run. And yoink. And let's see what we got. Oh, hey, hail, the band's all here. I think we are just going to drop with that force. So I guess now the kind of the question is, I kind of alluded to this in the stream description. I really kind of wanted to discuss what everyone's favorite mech are, what everyone's favorite mech is, and with one condition: you are not allowed to mention the Mad Cat / Timberwolf, and you're not allowed to mention the Atlas. Aside from those two mechs, because those are, let's face it, the iconic mechs of BattleTech. What is your favorite mech? And I don't even mean in the PC game itself, but, you know, if you're tabletop, what's your favorite mech that you find there? You could go back to the MechWarrior PC games, and what's your favorite mech there? What ride gets you going? Goldilocks is what his friends call him when he's not listening. Yeah, that does kind of work.
Waiting for orders.
Yes, Commander.
I am Goldilocks, and don't call me Shirley.
Standing by.
Emeth, AC-10, next in
Location
line.
confirmed.
Glitch, you're gonna
What's
ride
up,
in
boss?
the back.
Good to go.
Because Glitch can always jump ahead. I don't like that I'm in this nice, narrow pass here, so Glitch has the option to jump up and hop in and do some damage. In fact, I'm actually debating about doing that. We've got... Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Let's get Glitch on top of the hill.
Waiting on you, Commander. Taking the high road.
Nothing on scanners from there, though. Okay, that's okay. You still have... You've got the best long-range weapon, really, with the Gauss rifle right now. Okay, maybe I should have also said not the catapult either, but no, the catapult's, I mean, because the catapult is effectively the Mad Cat, in a ways. I mean, well, the Mad Cat and the Marauder, or the Catapult and Marauder, because that's where its name, the industry name, did come from that. The targeting computer was so confused, it kept flagging it as a Marauder, then it flagged it as a Catapult, and then gave up on it.
Detected.
Okay, we got a light mech hanging out on... Well, not light mech. 65-tonner hanging out on the hill. We've got a 65-tonner hanging out over there. And I'm not going to get line of sight on anything but this one. Who's left? I've got an LRM-15 and an LRM-5.
What's up, boss?
Decker can't... Yeah, actually that...
Receiving you.
That answers who I need to move next right off the bat. Decker's going to have a crap shot trying to shoot this guy up here, but I need to get him in line of sight first. Find out what it is. Mystery Mech, you are a Thunderbolt 5 SS.
Warriors, it's go time!
Wait a minute, surprise action? I knew he was there. How is this a surprise? Fine, whatever game. The Orion had some evasive, so that will help out quite a bit. And now we're back at the beginning of the initiative order, because, you know, that's just the way the game wants to play it. Let's see what we got over here. I'm in an assault mech. I can weather a little bit of a punch from downrange. Sharpshooter Thunderbolt. So we got a Thunderbolt 5 SS, then we got the 5 SE. Yeah, you mean the crappy Thunderbolt there. Ugh. That really doesn't... Had an LRM-15 at least, that wouldn't be quite so bad. I mean, I would feel a little better with that. This is just like...
Engaging target.
No. Oh, and he's braced too. Oh well. Decker Behemoth, when you get a chance to go. Oh! Fire from the left!
Warning.
Up a new sensor
Detecting
trace.
Mech warrior
Looks like
injury.
enemy reinforcements.
Fire from the mountaintop there. Okay. That's gonna make things interesting. Alright, how do we want to play this then? Because obviously that means Thugboat's out in the open, which is not necessarily a good thing. I've got a superior, well, not necessarily superior, that could have been any unit. Something's up on the hill plinking with missiles, which is not all that reassuring. Flamer, heat sink. Knocking out the heat sink also takes out the arm, so if you do not mind, let us engage right torso. Ooh, yeah, these guys are carrying some armor this time. And again with the indirect fire. So we got two mechs down here that are some sort of carrying LRMs. One of them already managed to ding Bug on the head.
Good to go.
Something here I can move, yes.
Moving to position.
Get a little more evasive while pulling back, and I should retain just enough of a knockdown punch here to shut him down.
Firing a full salvo.
Yeah, leg's a possibility on that one. Pilot injured. Quick, call Mecha 911. Oh, yeah, you are rolling out the welcoming carpet for me on this one, aren't you? Bugboat will be pulling back in this next turn. Ow. Again to the head?
Injury.
Okay, that's starting to get really annoying, my friend.
I hear ya.
Glitch, we need to jump you back and use you to engage that down mech.
No sweat.
I want to regroup around this area because I've got good elevation from there. It'll let me plink off these guys as they come into range. And anything that's over here is going to be firing long range until I drop his spotters anyways. And then he's got this stupid little road he's got to come over. So hopefully that'll draw out the engagement a bit better. Let's go ahead and go for that leg because I can just go chew through the torso when we're done.
Got it. There's work to do.
I can live with there only being a flamer PPC combo on that thing. Again with the LRMs. It's raining over here. Okay, Thug, yeah, you do need to actually GTFO at this point, and honestly debating about running you to get you out of the way, but you can take rear armor. Actually, no, I can't even run because of the stability. He probably is going to fall down this turn, because he's still targetable by a lot out there. But hey, indirect fire, sure.
Engaging target.
What do we got left?
Enemy mech.
72
Critical
points.
damage detected.
And he's down a heat sink, too. Oh, good. That's right, because I got a line of sight of those guys. I'm not going to take anything until they get back within range. And he's not actually within visual range of that. So, let's go look at Decker, who can move for 3 evasive at that location.
Position confirmed.
Turn him so he's got a little more front-facing in that direction, and the catapult's not bad. The Cerberus. Ooh, I had really seen a lot of the Cerberus in the game, actually. That's not a bad mech either. I mean, yeah, it is kind of a little crazy on the crazy side, but the Loki 5. Oh, actually, the Loki, as far as clan mechs go, it's a toss-up between the. I have to say it's a toss-up for me for clan mechs between the Thor and the Summer, and well, Thor is the Summer, Thor and Loki, just because they kind of have that. Actually, really kind of Thor, Loki, Sunderer, because they kind of all share that same sort of that bulky-legged look, and they're all pretty. I mean, at least on when you see like the line drawings in Mech Warrior 3, they all kind of look similar, just similar enough that you're like, wait a minute, which one are we looking at again?
Commander.
Intersphere mechs, if I were... I would actually have to say, and this is really, you know, ignoring the Hunchback, because I've said, you know, I do kind of still like the Hunchback to some extent. It's something I wanted to actually use in a BattleTech campaign, and it was very hard to justify the use of the design. Because it's an old Star League era design, and it's actually, in the 3025 era, it is officially lost tech. It does not exist anymore. And even by the time you get to 3050s, it's still a pretty rare mech, and it's
Warning.
the
Armor low.
it's the Spectre, which is a light scout mech. And it was really kind of... Yeah, Battlemaster, get out of there.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
It's really kind of a pretty decent, fast-moving vehicle. And I always wanted to use it, but I could never justify having it in a Fourth Succession War campaign.
Good to go.
And since that's primarily where I have campaigns that I'm running, that you know,
Got it.
you just can't really say, oh, well, this is a super rare mech, because at that point that becomes, well, you just lost this piece of that super rare mech. Guess what's sidelined now? Oh, and you can't sell it off for parts because no one else really wants it because no one else has any left. Thunderbolt's a target, or I can go for the quick draw. Quick draw is further away. The Thunderbolt's a bit more crunchy, shall we say. From downtown. Had to use a timey-wimey, spacey, wasting machine I missed with RNG. Gauss rifle, missed with a 95% against a dual AC-20 tank. Then it proceeds to remove the head of a Highlander when it had 3 evasion. Yeah, that sounds about right. XCOM.
Receiving you.
Behemoth, you actually have some interesting options this time around. Because I can do a split shot on you. Send that LRM somewhere a little more useful, because that's about ready to be knocked down. Secondary target on the quick draw.
Roger that.
Knockdown. And not a bad shot on the quick draw either there. That wore out quite a bit of them. Alright, so... Bug. As soon as I can move you, I need to move you. Before you lose the, Before you lose that arm, potentially.
Okay, that was bad.
Oh, quit worrying, Glitch. You've got protection. Which is left? Ooh, yeah. We do not want to lose that arm because that's the AC-20. And of course, that's the left arm, so it's the arm that's facing the enemy, and I can't move enough to clear out evasives, and moving closer makes it easier for him to hit me. I can't get enough distance away from him. I can clear it so the left arm is least likely to hit it. Or least likely to be hit. That's the best I can do. Thunderbolt, how much you got left on there? Yeah, you need an AC-20, my friend. Goodbye! Yeah, that touched off the LRM ammo. That was...
Enemy mech destroyed.
The second that happened, it didn't even matter what else I hit it with. The center torso is gone. Now, the problem is going to be what's going to happen with... Okay, no, you are content to continue plinking the Highlander. Lovely.
Receiving you.
Decker, you've got a long-range shot here.
On it.
But I've got a full morale bar. And nothing to waste it on, so... It's actually tempting to go straight for the center torso on this one, not bother with the, with that. I could drop some medium lasers and, you know... Center torso's already worn down.
That hit something good.
Okay, so... We got Glitch.
Waiting for orders.
You do indeed need to move. Let's turn you so you're facing that
Moving to
direction a bit.
position.
Should be able to drop what's left of the of this mech here. There we go.
That's a kill.
I was about ready to say, oh, it looks like it wasn't quite enough, and then that last SRM just streaked right through.
Standing by.
Alright, Behemoth, let's get you repositioned. That's the map edge over there. Any units are going to be potentially coming up this mountain. There they are, actually, right there. I've got no approach in that general direction, so we're going to have to rely
Copy that.
on full-out evasives to get you around. That's got to be a catapult down there.
Ready for orders.
Decker, same deal. I need you to kick it into top speed. Basically, at this point, I need to shrug off the movement, the stability damage here. Got to be another mech down there that I'm not seeing. Sprint, please, and join up. Okay, I like that. It's gonna get a little dicey once I start to hit that pass, because these guys do not have... It's gonna bunch up. I mean, it's almost a given right now. Here, mecha, 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 mecha. I only want to give you lots of hugs with bullets.
Full throttle.
Game, we're so far apart at this point. Could we just drop out of tactical? I mean, let's be honest here. I'm going to be doing nothing but moving these guys up the side of a giant mountain. I don't think there's anything he can do that'll shock me, aside from him running around to that side of the mountain when I'm going up to get the
Commander.
best range advantage here.
Good to go.
In fact, what we're going to do is cheat
Engaging jump jets.
and take Decker skyward with the brace. And Behemoth. Yep, that's why I didn't want to
Waiting for orders.
I was thinking about turning around and going back down to engage, but this guy's still coming up, and he is also a 65-tonner. Interesting.
Going full speed.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch is just going to take forever, because the Highlander is an ice mech, but it is also dirt slow. So I have to remember I need to do something about her stability as well. 70 ton, well that's going to probably be an Orion down there. 65, 65, and 60. Probably another quick draw out there.
Waiting for orders.
Grasshopper. I could get within line of sight, but that's actually probably not a smart move.
Acknowledged.
I will have indirect fire, though. So we'll at least know what the stuff is. We got a Grasshopper and a Jaeger mech. Well, the Jaeger mech's not going to be a problem until he gets within close range, and even then, yeah, the AC-5s are going to be the only thing that really hurts off of it. The Grasshopper's more of a threat. Tag, you're it.
Taking the shot.
So you like some indirect LRM fire, buddy. I have a feeling this is going to turn into an all-out brawl up here at the top of the mountain.
What's up, boss?
You to move somewhere a bit more appropriate, and that's not a good spot there. Ooh, actually, I kind of like that avenue over here.
Double time. Let's go.
That looks like you've got line of sight through there for your next turn. I like that. And you're getting enough movement modifier out of it that I'm not going to be too worried about it. Okay, well, he's obviously not sprinting anywhere. Wait a minute. Hang on a sec here. Game? Okay, no, that's the indirect fire of the LRM. I was seeing the red line go through there, and I'm like, wait a minute, how are you telling me I have line of sight through a giant mountain? Then you come up here, and I was like, oh, it's indirect fire. Okay, that makes sense. Like, wait a minute, how am I seeing a mech through a giant mountain? Some really powerful sensors I'm mounting up there, apparently.
Engaging target.
The Archangel. There is something actually to also be said for the word of Blake mechs, because that's when I think they really let the sculptors loose, and with the whole mess of
Commander?
For those of you not familiar, the mini lines for BattleTech, the actual figures, they ran into a bit of a problem at one point where the people making the molds were not making the mechs to the right size, the same proportions to each other, and also to the hex-based maps that we have for the game. So you got some really oversized but pretty well detailed minis. Now the problem is that with them being that big, they were also a lot more expensive, let's be honest. So I can't say it necessarily was a genuine accident that the mold was screwed up, but it very much kind of had the feeling that it was. I'm going to let Thugboat walk his way out here. So I want to see that evasive wear down a bit. And we'll brace him. Get that really out of the way. So that positions me to potentially ambush anything coming up that pass.
Orders.
Looks to me like they're all content just to sit out here and let me potentially take them from long range. I could sprint around. Not necessarily a good thing to do with the grasshopper, because the grasshopper's got the jump jets. Thinking about that. So he can come up and make my life a living nightmare if he wants to. But there's also a forest over here.
Confirmed.
Line of sight reestablishing. Actually, hang on. Let me check something real quick here. I want to see. Have to see because it. Thinking I'm remembering what that one looked like. Okay, yeah, the Archangel was. Holy moly! Yeah, I forgot that one. The spikes, the spiky mech, as I like to call it.
Orders?
I kind of question really what the value of the spikes was. I can't remember what the fluff text on that was, but really this thing is just a giant walking porcupine mech, essentially. We're going to do something potentially reckless here, just because I want to
I copy.
get everything out here in line of sight. So we got a Jaeger mech down there, a Jaeger mech up here. That's the LRM-15 variant, so that's the one that was plinking us earlier. We got a quick draw over there. That's the other one that was plinking us. We've got the Jaeger mech over here. It's not doing all that great. And we've got a grasshopper here. And that grasshopper feels like more of the threat. Good shots on those. And if I go for that, I have the potential of hitting the LRM ammo, which would be nice because that will knock out head-launched weapon there, and a lot of heat sinks. Go for it. Crunch on it.
Acknowledged.
Probably won't go internal, but it's always a case of starting the process. Game, I can't help but notice I had 5 evasion, and you still managed to hit me. If that were a light mech with 5 evasion, I would not have been able to hit. That definitely would not have worked.
On my way.
Alright, whatever. I will just send some plinkage downrange on the LRMs while I get into a direct firing arc here.
Affirmative.
How do you like that indirect fire, my friend? Interesting choice. So you're going to hang those guys back and use them as LRM boats. Alright. I see what your game is. Let's introduce Bugboat to the party. See if maybe I can fire off a couple of rounds of that AC-20 before we drop the arm. Full on evasion. DFA by the enemy. Oh!
Warning. Armor low.
Very interesting move on the part of the quick draw. That was some quick armor degradation, and now I'm unstable again.
Ready for orders.
But
Yes, Commander.
Decker's not in a position to capitalize on it. Glitch is in a good spot to capitalize. And Decker needs to kind of get out of the immediate area. It's kind of tempting to actually go over here.
Affirmative.
I mean, this is what the Grasshopper is designed to do. That's why it's called the Grasshopper. You jump around and just keep plinking.
Target acquired.
I'm not hitting anywhere I need to be hitting on that thing consistently, but what is the Jaegermech doing? He's probably backing up for long-range fire on... How are you hitting the thing that has 4 evasion?
Damage minimal.
What is this guy? 0 pilot? Is this guy Morgan Keller something?
Good to go.
The Orion is in a spot where can't really move for much of a modifier. I don't have the jump jets to be able to do much. But while I'm moving, you're not unstable. You're fine. You are potentially a knockdown. Check.
Target confirmed.
Hey, Joshua. I am doing good. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. We do. Well, aside from the grasshopper, which is just going to get right back up again. Oh, he's going after Thugboat. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Warning.
Oh!
Mech warrior injury.
Oh, we are internal on the head.
Commander?
Glitch, I need you to ride to the rescue at this point,
Right,
pretty
Commander.
much. Thug needs to back out of there, but he can't because his way out is now blocked. So... with any luck, I take down a leg. With any luck, somehow I manage to hit 2 legs, which will definitely not happen, but please take the shot.
Firing everything I've got.
And a miss on the Gauss rifle. That's lovely. Kinda need that Gauss rifle to hit their game.
That's a critical hit.
Thugboat is also got enough instability he can't run. That Jaeger mech
Minor
is a
damage,
problem
Commander.
too.
Receiving you.
Thug, I need to get you moving to do something here. And your shot sucks, but I will take it. I can continue planking away on the grasshopper. That would be a left arc shot, which is not ideal. I can definitely plink on the Jaeger mech. He's not moved. Got 2 evasive, 2 evasive. I did leave myself room to engage him if I wanted to. I can engage downrange on that. 640 armor versus 480 on that Jaeger mech? That's actually even better. Could you proceed to engage along... You're a frickin' indirect fire, you son of a bee. Managed to move in the one spot where I can't fire downrange because the big mech that is in front of me is somehow blocking everything. Okay. Fine. We will, at the very least, do that. Tell it to shoot for the leg, and it shoots the torso.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay, game. Either way, you've made him a little unhappy. Quick draw doing what it does.
Yikes!
Getting
That
into
hit
trouble.
hard.
Oh, relax. Glitch did not hit hard.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see. You are actually a stability knockdown check
Move order received.
on 2 fronts here. Well, the quick draw is potentially a take it down and knock out the torsos thing. The grasshopper actually knocking it down is not going to get me much of anything. I don't have anything that's really going to move before it, per se. So, let's... No, you're pristine on that side, though. That side I got that chance to hit.
Target acquired.
Easier shot. Another heat sink bites the dust.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Not much use in an Arctic world, but hey, you know, take what you can get. Jaeger Mech is saying, sure, I'm game. I am saying, oh god, we're about to lose the
Armor
AC-20.
breached. Internal damage.
Standing by.
Decker, what are your options here? I can jump in and get right side shot on him. Push up on the hill. And if you don't mind, engage my grasshopper friend, and I would like to see you take out that thing's leg, please.
Copy that.
That's what I was hoping for. Cascade failure. You, my friend, are now known as Gimpy Mech. Now, I know I'm going to lose the AC-20. The game will not let you ever keep a weapon like that around for very long. Actually, no, he might still have it because it's a right-side shot. I could lose the leg. I could get shot in the head, but...
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
It's also the lead character. The game does not let you get the lead character killed. So, really, when we're kind of talking about these sorts of things... let's go ahead and... I'm not worried about getting shot in the rear. I have armor there.
Engaging jump jet.
If you do not mind, I would like to... Annoyingly enough, even though he has lost a leg, he is back on his feet, ladies and gentlemen, and now I can plink at him from that side.
Commencing alpha strike.
There goes his right arm, and he should go down again.
Critical hit.
Nope, just unsteady. With him being down a leg, he is a pretty good target for trying to knock down. Because you get that penalty to the evasives. Okay, we're going gray on glitch, so hang in the game there. The thug boat is going to come down here for good evasives. You want to play games with me with your little missile boat? Hi. I will take the refire penalty on this one. Use it while I got it.
All weapons committed.
Aw, shame the AC-20 didn't hit the head instead of that missile. Should be safe. I don't think the quick draw can get into range to get a shot on me from there. Maybe? Possibly? No, okay, we're good. Not that it's great to be on the receiving end of that kind of salvo from the quick draw, but...
Commander.
You'll be fine, Glitch. You're in an assault mech already.
I took some shrapnel.
And you've got the cockpit mod that helped you out.
Standing by.
Meanwhile, the least valuable player on the field here. Let's see. I could try to knock down the quick draw. Nah. Take down the grasshopper. There's another medium laser gone.
Target's taken a critical hit.
That large laser's hanging in there, though. It doesn't want to go away. So he's lost two piloting capacity. That's what I was about ready to say. He has lost both torsos, and he's already fallen down once. Twice means that mech is down and out. So definitely a good,
major armor loss.
Valuable shot there. Major armor loss. You're fine. You're not internal. Okay.
Yes,
Decker.
Commander.
In fact, you know what, Decker? I am feeling so great about my chances here at the moment. I'm going to do something incredibly reckless and stupid. And jump with the grasshopper.
Copy that.
Return the DFA. Thank you. Of course, now the grasshopper is a sitting duck for the Jaeger mech, but hopefully that will take enough attention off of me here to then come down and
Back on my feet, Commander.
do... I mean, I can't do that. Aww. Game, come on, you're killing me here.
Affirmative.
I want to double DFA something. Let me do it. Split shot between the two here. Gauss rifle downrange. Nope. Doesn't make much sense. Don't fire it then. Actually, yeah. It's not like I'm going to go through that much ammo. Wow, yeah. Really crappy shots on this guy. Not going to take much to take him down. And the LRMs should definitely at least land with one missile. Looks good.
Here we go.
There we go. Enough for a knockdown. The Orion needs snowshoes. What I'd be happy with is, that's the problem, because I up-armored the Orion, I don't have jump jets on it, and it really could use jump jets for
Took
this
a
kind of
heavy
fight.
hit there.
Jeez, Glitch, what is going on over there?
What's up, boss?
Like, all of a sudden, you're just a magnet for all sorts of disaster. Probably got too close for the LRMs on this one, didn't I? No, still good.
Roger.
Right arm, thank you. Mech has just been swaying on its feet almost constantly for 2 rounds now. Are you going to try? Nope. Okay, so I'll have a little bit of extra repair work to do in the base today. Thugboat, if you don't mind. Trying to decide what to do with you, and don't have a lot of options that still let you shoot. And protect that left arm. So I'm going to bring you around that way. And try you from that side.
All weapons committed.
Standing by.
Decker, you are in a mostly wounded grasshopper. You have a wounded Jaeger mech at your feet. Back off a little bit, please. Engage the downed mech, if you would. In that location. Much better. Jaeger mech apparently feeling very stupid right now because he is standing still. Oh no, he's got the bonus. Darn you. He's got the ability. He's got the touch. He's got the power. Okay. That might not make sense if you aren't a child of the 80s, so. I could. As far as jumping out of here and finishing off something. You look like intact armor. I need to preserve the Highlander's left arm because it's got that SRM-6 in it that I like. And that quick draw is in pretty bad shape.
Commander.
Yeah, better odds downrange.
Affirmative.
There's the leg hit I was looking for.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Kaboom! Trying to plink for that arm. Oh, well, now we're going into that
Reporting.
torso.
Structural damage.
Not thrilled about that shot, but... Why are you... The game is confusing me right now, why it is doing this. Okay, I mean, you can... I'm more than happy to keep dumping medium lasers into you here. Let's see, that's the... A crit seeker. Nope, that's just a plain old generic plus, whereas these guys are my crit seekers. We actually want to go for the medium lasers here. Because as I go internal, I've got a better chance of touching off that ammo. How?
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
You took an AC-20 and have not died. This seems to be at odds with what I have normally seen Jaeger mechs do. Okay, let's see. What can we do?
Holding.
So we've got a Jaeger mech with the right side, a Jaeger mech with the left side. We've got a downed mech over here that I've got to worry about.
Good to go.
we've got a grasshopper who I can jump around and split
Roger.
fire on. Primary, secondary. Don't care where it hits on the secondary because it's pretty much shot. LRM-5 is on the secondary along with the PPC. Everything else on the Jaeger Mech, please.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Jaeger Mech now has next to no back armor. Not enough to do it. All right.
Good to go.
Your indirect fire from there. Everything is indirect fire for you. How can you not have a there you go.
Affirmative.
Thank you for finding direct line of sight finally. Downrange, please. Finish it off. There we go.
Hope we can salvage that.
What do you have left on you? Well, I'm not going to be happy to be in your crosshairs, because you're just going to run up to me and hit me from short range, but... Or are you going to go after the hunchback? You got lots of soft targets, and yep, you're going after the hunchback. Game says, I want that left arm.
Armor breached.
Look at that,
Internal
1
damage.
point of structure left on it.
Commander?
Glitch, as much as I need you to take him on, I need something downrange on that Jaeger Mech to distract it. So, for you, I'm hitting you from behind, multi-shot. Primary, secondary. Line it up like that. And the medium laser at that range, everything else downrange.
Affirmative.
It's unsteady. There we go. Legs destroyed. Got a quick draw.
Enemy
What's
down.
left of it. Now the problem is, if I'm expecting anything, he's going to turn and fire on Tugboat. No!
Dang it, that hurt.
Ow! That hurt.
Yes, Commander.
That really did just hurt. Oh.
Roger that.
Ouch and ouch. Yeah, Decker does have run and gun too, if I remember right.
Aye, aye.
Ouch and ouch and ouch. Thug, can you get some revenge on this guy here? With your arm that's barely there. Overheat alert, drop the medium laser. I pop in the LRM. Oh. Which one's the better crit to work with here? They're both... Yeah, that's actually better. That's the 50% crit. Wow! What the heck is this thing rocking for armor over there?
Waiting for orders.
I mean, I can't get any more in this guy's face, knock him down. I'm hitting him, but it's like nothing is happening. It's got to be Morgan Kell in this cockpit. It's just got to be.
Engaging.
Thank you.
One less target.
Alright, scope's clear.
Mission.
Get us the heck out of here, Mr. Wizard. Ow. I love the Gauss rifle that they give you, but ow, the irreplaceable Starleague era mech. Alright, completed the mission. Let's see what we got. We got, well, I'm out for a couple days with head injuries. Now I really wish I did have that hospital. Cockpit mod saved glitches from any big problems. What did we lose? We lost a +4 damage SRM-6, which I believe I have another one of. The Double plus LRM-15. I've got a replacement for that. Not too bad. I can live. Oh. Oh. Moment of silence, folks, for a inner sphere advanced double heat sink. Irreplaceable. That is gonna hurt. The Highlander is going to be a little less heat efficient now. And when you got a jumping assault mech, that's kind of important. We've got the last part of a Thunderbolt that we can salvage. We've got a pretty good AC2 there. A really good large laser. Boosted damage and accuracy. We've got a extra crit on a medium laser for that. SRM 4, lots of heat sinks, lots of jump jets. Oh, hang on. Ooh. Here's an interesting tough call. I know I've already got a +2 accuracy missile. +3 accuracy is nice, but look at that. 3 tons to do that versus just the standard one is just 1 ton. The higher up you get ranking on these TTSs, the more tonnage it's going to require. This wouldn't be a bad ad for the Grasshopper because of its laser weaponry. This would... Do I want to keep? I don't have anything using a... Well, the Grasshopper does have a large laser. Let's drop the 50% crit medium laser there. And I kind of hate the fact that I'm going to have to give up salvage because I could get another piece of the missile variant Jaeger mech. But I've got to go for that energy TTS. Oh boy. Those seem to be super rare. Additional accuracy on that could come in very handy. And I know I got a million of you probably screaming at me, thinking of screaming at me saying, no, 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 grab the missile accuracy. You can fit it into anything. It's 3 tons. I'd have to give up 3 of the medium lasers on a catapult in order to mount it. Besides, I'll probably get it anyways. We got... Oh, we did get the chunks of Jaeger mech I'm looking for. Got the SE, got the medium laser. Nice. And yeah. Okay. I can't complain about that random roll. Damage is a bit of a problem, but hey, I've already got myself sidelined for a while, so now I get to give one of my backup warriors a little bit more time in the cockpit. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I have to end the stream a little earlier tonight than normal, I'm going to go ahead and do our wrap-up here real quick, just to get everything done, and then it looks like we're going to be picking up the contract to liberate House Gallus in the next episode. Let's get
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
this first. Thunderbolt is good. Let's see what we've got on that. Basically the same thing I've already got anyway, so store it. Alright, the Highlander needs a complete refit in order to fix what has been blasted off. Oh, clan double heat, or inner sphere double heat sink. That sucks. That is gonna suck, not gonna lie. But what I'm thinking about is I could tech up to that LRM-20. It's gonna cost me the option for... Probably not gonna be able to fit an SRM-6 in, obviously, because I'm gonna have to put ammo back in for it. Do this. What can we do with that? Just because it would be nice to actually have a 20 shot, and that because that does have the stability damage, it's kind of sitting there going to waste. I do have that boosted SRM-2. We can fit like so with that. A little less on the firepower side, but the extra stability damage at long range could be useful. Hey, static display. We've got the SRM-2, we've still got the Gauss rifle. Heat efficiency remains actually about the same, amusingly enough. Even though I've lost a double heat sink, that's kind of interesting to see. But hey, it's working, and cockpit mod kept glitch safe too. Confirm that.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Gauss Rifle LRM-20 combo. That actually is pretty nasty now that I think about it. Repair the Battlemaster. And repair the Grasshopper, except we want to do a refit on this guy. Let's see. Can't sacrifice the heat sinks. I can't sacrifice the jump jets. I can't sacrifice the lasers, because that's the whole point of putting this thing in here. But if I were going to do something, I guess it would have to be pulling that out. That'll let me fit 2 slot. I can't fit you. I'll put you somewhere safe is the problem. And everywhere I've got that I could put you is not safe. Swap over the heat sink, repair the legs, and fuck it. In the leg, even though that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The game's going to let me do it. And now that I've dropped that, a little less firepower, a little more heat efficient, range is dropped. What can I do about that? Got 2 tons to play with, and I'm in a mech that's mostly... No, actually I could just do... Hang on. Pop the SRM back in. Another SRM2 that I could work with. That's a 1 ton, and then the SRM2 ammo. But I'm looking at energy efficiency. Doesn't make any sense to add in that. So let's look at increasing our overall damage. Got that large laser that we've picked up, and that would give me 5 tons. If I take one out, if I take a medium laser out, that's going to give me enough of that to swap in. No. How do you figure that? Because you're a 5-ton weapon. I had 2 tons free. Oh yeah, I am 2 tons over. Can't drop a heat sink. Could drop medium laser, but I really don't want to if I can. Yeah, it's gonna make him a little less survivable, but that might be a decent balance. Yeah, you got a point. I could move the PPC over here, the large laser over to there, that back up. That'll let me put the heatsink rebalanced like that. Makes the PPC a little more vulnerable, though. I mean, it's only a +2 weapon compared to a +3, so actually it makes more sense to put that in the center torso than anything. I mean, the other option is to pull out the small lasers entirely. I mean, that lets me get my armor back up just a little bit. I don't like seeing... Really kind of nerfed the firepower on this thing is the problem. It's surprisingly hard to actually refit this into this design unless I swap out that large laser for another one. But that PPC, oh, that's just too good of a thing to have. But the range is back up, so actually that does help me out. Well, the average range, because the, you know... Alright, I've deliberated over that enough. Let's go for it. If I lose the design, so be it. I've got other heavy mechs that I can replace it with, so...
I'll let you know when that's done.
Let's see... SRM6++, medium lasers, we're good on that. That's the stock awesome that we've got. I suppose I could refit that, actually. Might as well, since I've got the lasers to put in there now. Oh, for that matter, I've got the PPCs at this point, too, so why not? PC swap. STG's Attack of the Polymer Coated Man is the movie tonight in the mandatory team building exercise, according to the announcements there. Apparently, they must have fixed the Argo announcements. I've actually heard them kicking off now again. They were not last week. Oh, it is so tempting to swap, to put it back to a triple PPC awesome, but no. Actually, that would be the other spot I could have put the TTS in the awesome.
Shouldn't be too hard.
But it's okay in the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper's got the jump jets. I need the mobility with it too, so... Whereas the awesome doesn't, so technically that has the better chances of it, but... have any more medium lasers left to throw in that Orion, do I? Yeah, no more boosteds. Alright, manage that. Let's get these figured out. This is a quicker one. Since I know, well, I've got an upgrade for the Argo that's waiting. I've got a Mech Warrior. You know, Thugboat's obviously down for a month, pretty much. Didn't even get enough XP out of that to boost his skills, so yay. Let's go ahead and get you on
Training
guts.
complete.
Yes, Commander.
Ida's got nothing.
Commander?
Decker, not quite enough.
Commander?
Nor for
Commander.
Glitch.
Ready for orders. Ready for
Oh,
orders.
hang on.
Good
Ready's
to go.
got piloting.
Mech Warrior training complete.
Tailgate.
Commander.
Pretty much there. You're set,
Receiving
and Whisper set. Double check the store, make sure nothing new has come in. Yada 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 yada. Same old stuff we're doing constantly. The upgrade large laser I could pick up, but nope, I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and spend some time here. Get past that.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Plenty of money still. Actually, that's what I need to do is... Do I have anything I need to sell off here? While I'm hanging around in orbit and getting a better reputation out of this, I do have 2 Thunderbolts I could sell off. Need that AC-10. I don't need that AC-2. 20s, AC-20s. I don't need either of these AC-5s. Flamer, Q, 10s, 15s, 15 boosteds. I got 2 of those so we can sell off the 2 15 straights I got. Arm 5, I've got a spare of those. Medium lasers, 22. Nope, 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 nope. I really need to hang on to 4 of those. Machine guns, like I am ever going to want to carry around all of that volatile ammo in my mech for it to be punched out for something I will never use. Not really. Small lasers we can ditch over the side. I don't need 3 SRM2s or 4 SRM4s. Got plenty of boosted 6s I can replace with. Let's see, 38 heat sinks. Nope, 39. Not anymore. Get rid of them. We're not doing a going out of business sale, but we're selling them like we are. Rangefinder, TTS, and ammo. We can sell off a little bit of AC-20, a little bit of AC-5, a little bit of LRM. Certainly all the machine gun ammo. And SRM ammo. Yeah, I don't think I need 13 for that. Okay, we're good to sit and spin on this particular screen for a little bit. I'll run it through till we get the Highlander back in service at least, so we'll have another drive upgrade that we're going through. Could also actually see what's out there for contracts too, because I probably exhausted what's on the planet to begin with. Yeah, so I got... We'll at least get our course set there. That's 18 days for that.
Post-plotted.
Do some repairing en route. Not to mention you'll get to see the dry flare upgrade in a few seconds as well.
That work order's complete, boss.
Drive
Top-notch
upgrade
work, if I may
complete.
say so.
Cargo drive's now at full power, and oh, that is such a high cost, but you know what? I am ready to pick it up. This is what I love. Barracks supports up to 24 mech warriors. If you're playing the game and you can only launch a single lance at a time, does it really make sense that you can have 24 people on your payroll? How many people are you going through at that point in a game that's got no difficulty setting on it? I kind of question that. Alright, either way,
Sure
purchase.
thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Because I might as well get started. I've got the money for it now, and by the time Thugboat's back in action, we'll be in good shape for that. Good news is, I'm going to be moving much quicker through the world. Aside from jump ships, those still take forever and a day to charge. Oh, in this case, this jump ship is continuing on. See, I think the commander will be sitting out on the next mission. We will bring along one of our not-so-rookie rookies. Oh, we've been ambushed by the Argo. Well, we're not in friendly space. We're not in black market space. So all we can do is stall until the leopard's ready, and Behemoth just took 2 injuries. Ah. Lovely. Okay, so how long is she out now? Okay, we'll have 2 rookies along on the next mission. Thank you, XCOM randomness.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Mechs are good. Three, 2, 1. We're now in orbit.
We've entered orbit, Commander.
Yay! We made it. No one else has died. Not yet. Actually, let's take a quick look here. I have enough time I can spare to looking at this. Real quick. Nothing really useful there. I'm in a bad area of space. Look at that price increase at the Aurigan. I have the reputation of hated in the directorate now. No one wants to sell me anything. Oh, look at that. TTS. Energy. Nah. Not worth it. Cockpit mod. Nope, I'm pretty happy with the blend I've got right now. An upgraded small laser. Not something I can really use. Upgraded LRM 5. Be tempting, but not really. LRM 10 out there with boosted damage. That might be tempting to grab as a backup, because I don't think I have anything for that. Partial mech salvage on these guys. Can't really do much with that either. Okay. What do I have left then? We're on planet. There are no contracts available at this point. I am stuck with the storyline mission to begin with. And I am down 2 of my mech warriors. So we're going to pick up with this one next week, guys. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll see how well I can run this unit when I'm down 2 people. That means I'm going to be down to... What do I have for my standbys here? We've got Medusa, Tailgate, Whisper, and D-Dot. Let's see. Yep, it's probably going to wind up being Glitch, Decker, Dida, and probably... I'll bring Whisper along so that way we'll have 2 Kickstarters on that mission. So, anyways, catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have fun.